stream, and if you don't know why I'm so happy, it's because I reached 108 subs today, and this is my 100 subscriber special. That loud animation, hold on. Okay, so like I was saying, I reached 100 subscribers today and over, and I just wanted to celebrate by doing a 100 subscriber stream. At the end of my last stream, I asked what 3 games should I play. Well, not 3, I just asked what game should I play, and I recommended some. And then, oh, Rossi TV says he's here. What's up, dude? Thanks for joining the stream. And like I was saying, 3 people voted on the last stream what game to play. One of them said Sonic Mania, one of them said Fortnite, and one of them said BioShock 3. I might be doing a Let's Play on BioShock 3 starting with the stream. I want to do that last because that's again I never played before, and I wanted to like save the best experience for last. Fortnite I'll always play that. I made too many streams with that, and Sonic Mania was like a perfect game to do a celebration with. This is a celebration game anyway. Sonic is my favorite like character and all that, so this would be like the perfect game to celebrate. So I have my friend here again, Anime Movement / Start Dash in the stream.
Yo.
Yeah, he's here for us today. He's gonna go ahead and talk to us, and you know, do you not sleep? Haha. No, I actually don't sleep, but where I live, it's daytime. Where I live right now, it's actually only 6:54 p.m. So I have a lot of time to play video games before I think about going to sleep. Brianne Ebony says, "Yeah, you got 100 subscribers. Thanks, Bree. Yeah." I'm gonna play some Sonic Mania to celebrate, and I guess we're gonna play as Knuckles. I don't know. Yeah, so I have my friend here. He's gonna keep us entertained. So, what do you think about the fact that I got 100 subscribers?
Well, like we discussed earlier, it's always a nice accomplishment, a nice little milestone once you get that feeling of reaching 100 subscribers. You know, and know that 100 people like your content and even subscribe to your channel because they wish to see more of your content. So, I mean, having 100 subscribers, it's a nice milestone to have, and it is definitely a milestone that I personally want to work up to as well.
Yeah, I agree 100%. Rossi TV says my favorite stage is Studiopolis Act 2 because of the music. Oh yeah, I like that stage too. I barely got 50, lol, says Bree Ebony. That's okay, Bree. Remember when I only had 4, and yet people still loved my channel, and I got like over 100 more within like, I got 104 more within like 2 more years since that happened, so. It just takes time because not everyone's going to find your channel at once. I mean, Rossi TV here made everyone find my channel at once because he's awesome like that. But, you know, it just takes time, you know. You see, I didn't find Rossi until, like, just a few minutes ago, so. Yeah, so go ahead, sub to my friend Start Dash. He's the guest star for this stream. His PlayStation account is Anime Movement if you want to go ahead and follow that. And I don't really know what else to say. If you want to join my stream and talk to the chat as well, you can go ahead and do that. You just gotta send me your friend request on PlayStation, and I can add you. And then you could also be in the stream.
And then the more the merrier.
Yeah, the more the merrier. Because let's face it, I stay quiet sometimes during the stream because I don't know what to say. And this guy here always has something to say in case I stop talking. Luckily.
Because I have the ability to go on tangents for multiple hours at a time.
Yes, you do, and you're very lucky to have that ability.
Speaking of tangents, I wanted to mention the fact that earlier I saw that you had the Crash Bandicoot Insane Trilogy, and that I was gonna be there for that stream, but I had to attend to something, so that's why I couldn't like be there for that stream at that moment.
But yeah, that's okay. It's always fine to like miss a stream, you know, like you're not obligated to watch anything, you know, you don't have to do anything.
Yeah, I know, but I did want to kind of like watch that stream, so.
Yeah, but don't worry, I'm gonna be playing some more Crash Bandicoot very soon because everyone said they love me playing that game. I bet it's because I was raging the whole time, but people loved it, so We're gonna be doing more of that soon.
I actually want to like get my hands on a copy of Crash Bandicoot: The Insane Trilogy because like I grew up playing the Crash Bandicoot series, so I always did love those games, and to play the HD remake of them, I guess would be kind of fun to see how it changed, even though I've heard nothing but good things about it, other than it being too hard, of course.
Yeah, they did add a new level. It was the level that wasn't released on the original because it was too hard.
Oh yeah, the
Yeah,
DLC. Yup,
yeah,
I heard
it's
about
free actually. It doesn't cost any money. Rossi TV says when I start streaming, it will be 6 a.m. for you. Yep, it actually will be 6 a.m. for me. I'm gonna try and join, but chances are I'm gonna miss it because I'm always sleeping till like at the very least 7 a.m. to 10 a.m. Hopefully you can stream long enough for me to join. Alright, I'm finna change the stream words at the bottom of the screen to something more special, suitable for 100 subs.
Let's do this. Oh, let's do this, and please like, comment, and sub.
Yeah, cause I'm playing the Insane Trilogy.
Oh, that's oh, wordplay. Okay.
Yeah, cringy, I know. So go ahead and sub to.
Oh,
No, you can go. I gotta fix some settings.
I was gonna say I like playing Mania with the CRT filter on, like smooth. I don't know, it just kind of gives it like the old like TV vibes from like the 90s and things like that. And since I did have like an old TV all the way up until I was like 8, so I kind of like playing it like this.
Yeah, yes.
It's a nice Genesis feel.
Mm-hmm. Sounds good. I just keep it in the normal filter because I think the other ones just like make it like look weird. I do change sometimes, but I don't do it often.
Yeah, I don't do it often either. For the most part, I do play with the normal filter, but sometimes I just decide like just to mess around with the filters just to see what they look like.
Alright, I'm finna go back to the stream in a second. I just wanted to change this up real quick. Alright. I'll stream for a while, like you, for 6 to 12. Yeah, I stream for a long time. But I only stream for a long time when I have my hands free and I don't have anything else to do. I usually like watch movies, clean up, or just go outside sometimes. That's why I usually stream for 2 hours or less. But good job for 100 subs. Thanks, dude. I'm surprised everyone's noticing. I thought they would just click on the stream and be like, hey dude, what's up? But I didn't think that'd actually show how many subs I got. Yeah, I can't wait to get PlayStation Plus to play Sonic Mania Plus with you. That's what I'm... Well, no, not Sonic Mania Plus. I'm actually just gonna play regular Sonic Mania with you. Cause I'm getting Plus on my Xbox, and I probably won't be able to play Plus with you like with
well, I hear
crossplay.
that if you already have Mania, then Mania Plus is like it's free because it's technically supposed to be DLC.
Oh, so it's gonna be
I
free?
don't think you have to. Yeah, I think if you already own the game, then you don't have to go about buying another copy of it just to get Mania Plus. But if you want a physical copy, then you actually do have to go and get another copy of the game. So
I think getting that physical copy will be worth it. I'm gonna actually go out and get that.
yeah, even though I already have the game for my PS4, I wouldn't mind. I already have like 5 different copies of Sonic 1, so why not start the trend with Sonic Mania?
How old am I, bro? Well, I would say I'm 100 years old because that's how many subs I got, but nah, I'm only 14.
Lol.
Yeah, I'm
LOL.
only 14. I just turned 14 in February. Yeah, I know I'm too young and all that.
I mean, well, there's an age limit on YouTube, so I mean there is.
Yeah, the age
Of
limit's
course.
13, I think they said. But I just now reached that age in order to do it. I'm just gonna go ahead and say this right now. When I started YouTube, I was not the proper age. I just lied and said I was a different age.
I think
And-
everybody did that to make a YouTube account, though. At
Yeah,
some
like,
point.
yeah. 'Cause I remember one time I accidentally admitted what real age I am, and they made sure that they did not let me change it. I went back and changed it, and they still said you still need a parent. So.
Oh, okay. Well, this is a nice glitch. That was great. That was
What
great.
happened?
I was flying Tails. I had Tails fly Sonic up through like the little spring like bouncy like spring things in Studiopolis. I don't know what to
Uh-huh.
call them. And Sonic's like sprite was just like glitched out, and he was just kind of stuck.
Like it's like glitches like that make the game fun, but when glitches get you killed countless times, that's unforgivable.
Yeah, those kind of glitches. Like I like finding like different glitches. Sometimes even if they do kill you, but only if they have to like be activated in a certain way. If they're just like glitches that like they just kind of like happen, like when you get clipped through walls, things like that.
Yeah, like on
Like I remember there was a
Sonic
glitch. There was a glitch in Sonic 2, the Genesis version, where in Chemical Plant Act 2, if you were going too fast down the loop that takes you to the second part of the stage, you could actually get stuck into a wall and you'd have to reset the entire game. So you always had to make sure to be like extra careful going through that area, and it always like kind of like made me upset because I was like, I don't want to slow down in a game about speed and momentum.
I got Super Knuckles just now. Anyway, one of my viewers say you choose what I should stream: Sonic Mania, Black Ops 3, Mario Odyssey, Lego City, or Fortnite. I'd say which game do you like more, Sonic Mania or Mario Odyssey? It depends. If your stream is gonna be like a long stream that you just want to sit down and chat and have fun with your friends and stuff, then you should probably go Mario Odyssey. With that, if you're gonna be streaming for a long time, like I mean like 5 hours or something. But if it's gonna be like a 2-hour stream, go Sonic Mania. Sonic Mania is short, sweet, simple, and to the point, and you know, just easy to talk to people, you know, all that. But Mario Odyssey, you gotta focus. It's tough to do everything, so it depends on what you want. Sonic Mania is gonna be easier to talk to if you do it on PS4 or Xbox, but I'd do both, Sonic first, then Mario. Yep, cause Sonic's #1, not Mario.
Speaking of like Mania and like the runtime for the game, my actual first playthrough of the game that I live streamed on Twitch actually took me 5 hours, and I still didn't get all the Chaos Emeralds because at that point in time I didn't know how to go back into a save file and that you could actually go back and get the emeralds that way.
Yeah, you have to beat the game first. I find that dumb.
And I was like kind of upset because I was like, well, I just wasted 5 hours and I didn't even get the best ending of the game. But
Yeah.
it was a fun experience still. I mean, I still enjoy the game, but I don't know. I guess I kind of expected to get all the Chaos Emeralds on my first run, and that did not happen.
Yeah, like, cause you know, like I was sitting there preparing for Mania with, like, I played the whole quadruple. I played Sonic 1, 2, CD, and 3, thinking I was gonna just 100% the game, but no, that game was actually harder than the old ones. It was easy, just harder.
Maybe it wasn't even that the game was hard to me. Like there were some moments in the game that I found like kind of like, okay, wait, let me slow down. Let me actually like not play as if I played this game a million times like Sonic 2, and actually slow down. But it was the special stages that got me actually, like special stage 5 and 6 specifically. I failed so many times on those two.
The only things that got me were Oil Ocean, Hydro City Zone, and Titanic Monarch. Those zones were the worst. Mirage Saloon was probably my favorite zone. Either that, Green Hill Zone, and Studiopolis are my top 3 favorites. Mirage Saloon was just so cool because they had Bean, Mighty, Bark, and all that. What are your top 3 zones?
My top 3 zones probably have to be from my least favorite to my most favorite. They're actually all old zones that were remade. It's not that I don't like the new zones any, but I just like the reimaginings purely because of the music and like the fact that they came back. But it'd go Chemical Plant, then it'd go Hydrocity, and then it'd go Lava Reef. Lava Reef is #1 because Lava Reef is just, I love Lava Reef Zone, like, a lot.
I actually forgot about those stages. I might actually have to replace I might have to replace Studiopolis with Lava Reef, maybe. I don't know. I just like Oil Ocean too. Yeah, someone said
I didn't like Oil Ocean. Yeah, I didn't like Oil Ocean.
Like,
it reminded me too much of Samdopolis.
Yeah, like, why bring back that level? Of all the stages the fans wanted, no one wanted that level. Like,
not even that Oil Ocean, like, was a bad, like, I mean, it was a bad stage. I don't like Oil Ocean, like, at all. I'd rather they not brought it back, but not even that. It was the fact that, like, they decided to bring back the that switch element from Sandopolis Act 2 from Sonic 3 and Knuckles with the whole like you gotta press the switch in order to continue the stage,
Yeah, like
otherwise
those.
you'll start to
Yeah.
die. Like that was always an irritating element, and I didn't really like it or find that it had any real purpose in the game, and it just kind of slowed. It didn't slow things down, but it did make things a lot tedious and a lot more repetitive, I guess you could say.
Yeah, like, and like those ghosts creeped me out back then. So imagine having to not smother in your least favorite zone. Someone said I think Titanic Monarch was pretty cool. Yeah, I thought that was cool how the giant robot was like in the background the whole time. I kind of wish that robot would have been the boss because it looked pretty cool, but we never got to see what it was actually gonna do.
My thing with Titanic Monarch is I actually like the first act, even though it is also a little too long for my taste, but I understand that it's the last zone of the game and that it's going to be kind of long. But Act 2 just kind of overstays its welcome, like, really overstays its welcome for me, and I just can't, like, play Titanic Monarch without, like, wanting to, like, just decide to just stop the playthrough there and just going like, yeah, I'm done, guys, I don't want to play this anymore.
Yeah,
I don't know, it's just
yeah.
really long, and
And having to restart after dying at the final boss, I really wanted to give up, but I said no, I have to do this for YouTube, and I just forced myself.
yeah, it's just, I don't know. It's not that I hate Titanic Monarch. I actually like all of the levels in this game, including Oyo Ocean.
Yeah.
But it's just,
It was just a little.
yeah, Titanic Monarch is just too long for me.
Yeah,
I can't.
like I actually like the idea of going through different rooms and portals and a giant robot in the background. The final boss was unique. You fight all the heavies. I thought all of it was cool, but it just like, no, just no. I don't want to stay 12 hours on one level of a game with 12 awesome levels.
Yeah, like I can like, it just, I don't know. Even in like the old classic Sonic games, I understand that this game is longer than Generations, but like, even in the old classic Sonic games, like final stages of all the like the classic trilogies were never this long. Even Metallic Madness, my least favorite of them all, was like, it wasn't too long. Like,
Yeah,
it was long, but
yeah.
an understandable amount of long. Like, I can handle it. It's not too long, kind of long.
In my opinion, Metallic Madness wasn't even all that hard. It was just the fact that I couldn't get past it without dying all the time. You know, getting squished by those little things all the time. And I also think whatchamacallit, Scrap Brain Zone, that was actually a fun final level. It wasn't that hard. But Metropolis Zone from Sonic 2, that can just burn forever. I don't care. It can just die for all I care.
There is a lot of like people and like a lot of people hate Metropolis Zone from Sonic 2, but see, me being the fact, probably I'm biased because Sonic 2 is like my favorite game of all time, but I never actually like had too much of an issue with Metropolis Zone. I mean, it's not like it didn't have like, you know, the slicers and the crab meat or whatever that enemy was called, the pinchers, slicers, whatever they call it, and you know, the star exploding things. Those things did make Metropolis Zone annoying, but like
pain in the butt.
But I could never see why people like hated Metropolis as much as they did, because I always got through it even as a kid like pretty okay. Like, I mean, it never made me want to like pull my hair out or anything or like get like really upset at it. I don't know.
Okay,
it just never was.
It never was what?
It was just never that difficult or as irritating as people made it out to be.
Yeah, okay, I got some comments here. It says, Rossi TV says, just a heads up, if I make thumbnails, I can only go through YouTube, Twitter. Okay, yeah, I'm gonna be starting a playthrough on Sonic Mania Plus. Can you start making some thumbnails on there? I'll make a Twitter account so you can help me out with those. Pokemon Master says, hi, and sup, how are you? I'm doing good, how about you? I'll tell you about this new VIP system I made in a minute, but I'm talking to my friend right now. He just decided to join the stream because, you know, I wanted some people to talk when I'm not talking to you and like give you guys some entertainment. He's a cool guy, and I was hoping you guys would like some more people on the stream. And I understand what you were saying about Metropolis Zone. Yeah, like those like good players can like probably like take it. All the sucky players could take it too because, you know, they wouldn't care about losing all their rings. But I hated how I unlocked Supersonic and I didn't even get to use him on that level because I either didn't have enough rings to use them, or I had enough rings and lost them, or even as a Supersonic character, I can get squished, fall into endless pits, or run out of time, and I hate it. Like, why can't he be truly invincible?
That is a input I can understand, not being able to use Supersonic, but the thing about that is, whenever I play Sonic 2, I always find the special stages to be like, you know,
Too hard.
I don't like to have pipe special stages all that much, so I don't really ever go for the Chaos Emeralds, so I can't ever say that I've had that problem, except maybe once when I actually did try to go and get all the Chaos Emeralds at one point, but I've never done that since.
Yeah. Oh, the emeralds are pretty easy to me. I actually get all of them by Emerald Hill Zone.
I know how to get them all by Emerald Hill Zone, but like I said, like to me, like it's all like a matter of like how well I perform and whether I play with Tails or not. Because playing with Tails in those special stages just makes things 100% harder. And yeah, Tails likes to run into bombs a lot.
Yeah, what I learned is to just don't let Tails get any rings and you'll be safe. Okay.
Yeah, but that can be kind of hard sometimes though, because like he has that lag, and sometimes even when you think like after a while of doing it, you can probably like get the lag, like you'll know when he jumps and whatnot. But since I haven't played it enough, I've never gotten the chance to like actually like tell, okay, if I jump, he's gonna jump like 2 seconds after. Like I've never taken the time to get that down pat. So
yeah, because some people don't actually feel like just to like master. Like I think it was dumb how like they did that, and then how he can count your rings too. Like sure, he has saved my life, gave me a few new rings to help me win, but he caused more trouble than help. Now get player 2 to help you, and if he's good at the game, then that it's pretty cool to have Tails.
Yeah, player 2 in the special stages can be a big help. Special stage 7 in that game, where the rings are mostly scattered all over the place, so you can cover more ground with the player 2. But with Tails, I mean, even in Special Stage 7, actually, he can be a little bit helpful, because there aren't many bombs in the first 2 sections. It's just a matter of whether or not you can collect all the scattered rings and whatnot. But
yeah,
then the 3rd section comes along, and it's just like, why? Why did you do this to me?
Yeah. Yeah, like you got all these rings, and then they just take them away. Like, nope, you're not going to be able to keep them. Hope you enjoyed collecting them, because now you're going to lose them. Okay, I got 2 comments here. One of them was by Rosie TV. By the way, I'm not fully understood what this Mania Plus is. Can you tell me? I'll get to that in a second after I read this comment. Do you play Rocket League? No, but I plan on getting it for either my Xbox One or Nintendo Switch very soon. So, well, when I buy my Switch, of course. So anyway, Rosie TV, Sonic Mania Plus is Sonic Mania, but with many new features added. I'm going to start with the digital release, since I'm pretty sure you already have the digital copy. With the digital copy, it's either going to be free DLC or $10 at the very most. It's this DLC for Sonic Mania that adds 2 brand new characters, Mighty the Armadillo and Ray the Flying Squirrel, who have been missing for over 20 years in the Sonic games. And it also adds a new Encore mode, which I hear changes up the game pace and level design stuff to make things different. So if you beat the game the first time, they'll change things up to make it 100%, you know, like not 100%, but you know, more new. And there's a new 4-player competition mode, which means there's going to be 4 players instead of just 2 players. Jeffrey TV says congrats on 100 subs. Thanks, bro. Anyway, what were you gonna say?
Oh wow. Okay, all right. But what was I was gonna say? I'm upset about that. But what I was gonna say was that 4-player competition is what like I'm most excited about.
Yeah, it's the
because
hype.
I just kind of want to see how they're gonna handle that. That's gonna be something, because that's never been done in a classic Sonic game before. Even in Sonic like ROM hacks, that's never been done before. There's been 3 players with Sonic 2 heroes and whatnot, but never 4 players. So
Yeah.
I think it's gonna be pretty interesting to have.
Yeah, I remember it being a 4-player
Tails
Sonic game
not?
before, but I just don't wait until it's not what.
In the flying battery boss, I don't think you can knock him.
I don't
Alright,
think so.
that's not cool. Okay. I could have used those hits.
Anyway, Jeffrey TV says, here, I'll sub now. Thanks, bro. We're just constantly getting subs here. Start Dash, you did sub, right? Yeah, you were a VIP, aren't you? Okay, yeah, just making sure. And Rossi TV says, okay, well, I'll just call you Ross, like you said. Sorry, I like calling people by their user. You say, oh, sorry, dude, I don't want to read this comment real quick. Um, it says, okay, so what was like on your thumbnail? I actually don't know yet. When I make the video, I'll actually tell you what goes on in the video, and then I like tell you when the video is actually made. So just know that you're gonna just know that Sonic Mania Plus is my upcoming Let's Play that you're gonna probably have to make thumbnails for. That's it though. You know, you don't gotta really do anything else. Just know Sonic Mania Plus gets thinking of thumbnail ideas. Yeah, I know for sure we're gonna need Mighty and Ray thumbnail for the new characters that are coming. And when does it come? It comes when Sonic Mania Plus comes out, and maybe a bit after. I don't know the full release date yet, but I do know that it's coming this year, and so was the playthrough. So it'll be before December, okay? No, actually it'll be before November. So it probably is gonna come in October or sooner. So don't think it will take
Yeah, because
that
the
long.
game is getting released. It was announced at the SXSW panel.
Yeah.
It was announced that it would be coming out in summer of 2018, so probably June. I'm guessing, that's my guess. I'm guessing that it'll be June, you know, because that's when Sonic Mania was released.
Wait, wasn't that released in
Well,
August?
that's what
I think
it was planned to be released in June anyway. So
Yeah,
I'm
and it
thinking
took
that's when
way
they get it
too.
out.
Yeah, it took way too long.
It got
so they had to
delayed a
release
couple times.
Yeah, I had the PC user have to have it delayed again for a dumb reason.
Yeah, it got delayed because of the what's it called? The DRM with I'm trying to remember the name of it. I know it's Denuvo, that's what it's called. I know, yeah, it was dumb and it had people really upset for the longest time.
I know Super Knuckles can only glide and run faster. Like, that's it. Like, he can't glide faster. He can only climb faster and run faster. Like, he can't even glide faster. Like, what is this? Mystical Gamer says, hello, thanks for joining. And Rossi TV says, do I have a laptop? No, but that's what I'm going to be needing to do my Mania Plus playthrough. Once again, I have a job. I get $50 a week at most, $25 a week at least. And with that kind of money, I can buy my own laptop, a capture card, and Mania Plus about time it releases. I already have a jar that's based off YouTube money, which means I'm going to be putting money into my YouTube playthroughs and stuff to support my channel and all that. So, yeah, by the time Mania Plus comes out, I should have the money for all the things I need for my own playthrough. So, are you doing Let's Play on that game too?
I plan on doing it. I still have to like re-upload my original Sonic Mania playthrough though, because all the files for that got deleted, and I only have left up to like part 8 left on my computer, and the rest of it got deleted. Well, the audio files got deleted, and it was supposed to be a first reaction thing, so now I'm thinking about just going back and just like completely changing it up from the first reaction thing, and just writing a script for it at this point, because, well, the first reaction idea is dead because I can't get my first reactions out for Lava Reef and the stages that come after.
Yeah, what I was thinking was like, maybe you shouldn't just do a regular Mania playthrough at all and just like do Plus so you can get the full experience instead of having to do a Mania playthrough and a Plus playthrough and flooding your channel with Sonic Mania. You should just do like a Plus playthrough and wait for when you get that.
Alright, I'm glad that I didn't re-record the Mania playthrough already, which I was supposed to do like 2 months ago, but I ended up straying away from it and playing some other games on the channel. But I'm glad that I did do that, because if I had recorded that and then Sonic Mania Plus came out, I would have been a little upset, because I would have like, well, gotta play through Sonic Mania again.
Yeah, someone says, is it like, okay, someone says, is your like a full-on job or part-time? It really depends, because I'm only cutting grass for one house right now, but I plan on going around the neighborhood getting more and more people to like pay me for cutting their grass and stuff. So it's a part-time job right now, but soon will be a full-time job I'll have during the summer. I do it on weekends too, so on Saturdays and Sundays, I'm gonna be like cutting grass and making like $50 a week, probably even more than that if I get like, cause just this one guy is paying me $50 a week, like just that one guy. So imagine doing cutting grass for like the whole neighborhood. That'll be like enough money to buy a freaking swimming pool if I wanted one, but I can't swim, so I don't need it.
Yeah, like if you get like $50 per house, if you do like, say only like 4 houses a day, you'd make 200 a day, and that's doing 4 houses a day if you want.
Yeah, and like I'm probably gonna have to keep the houses down to a minimum, cause I still have my YouTube and homework and all that to get to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But during the summer though, you should be able to like, you know.
Yeah. Summer, I have all day. I'm probably gonna have to like make my schedule to where I'm gonna make like work on the weekends, which means on videos. I'm gonna have to pre-make videos to upload on the weekend. I thought that was an Amy Extra Life bubble for a second. It was like I was Super Knuckles, and you know how he's pink, right? The box turned pink, and I thought that was Amy. I was gonna freak out for a second.
Amy announced for Sonic Mania.
Yeah, I don't know why I want Amy in Sonic games so much. It's just, I don't know. I just want to see someone different. She's the only other Hedgehog, so.
After Sonic Advance, I mean, I don't see a reason why they shouldn't.
Yeah, like
they presented her pretty well in Sonic Advance 1 and 2. And 3.
You have to wait a little bit.
Because 3 wasn't, I don't really like 3.
Yeah, I just didn't like how the levels were like spread out like that, and like the gameplay. I don't know, it was all a little weird. I didn't dislike it. I just didn't think it was my favorite, you know? Now, I did like the team idea. That was awesome. I wish they would bring that back in more Sonic games.
It was better as a multiplayer experience.
Yeah. Razi says, bro, I'm going to sleep. It's middle of the night where I am. I'll be streaming in about 11 hours. Instagram you later. Bye. Okay, see you later, dude. Thanks so much for all the subs and for watching the streams. I'll see you tomorrow, dude. Good night. Man, one thing I really hate, though, is that my subs are, like, the opposite time, so I can barely get a chance to talk to a lot of them. And all the ones who I do, like, who do have my time zone, don't really, like, comment on my streams, so I'm just, like, alone. Yeah, that's okay though, because I still enjoy talking to them when I do get the chance. Yeah, they're just so awesome.
I mean, that's kind of how it is when like, you appeal to a wider audience.
Yeah, and it actually said people like way around the world watch my videos, like people in like Hong Kong and Hawaii and stuff. And I said, whoa, like how do people in Hawaii find my videos? Like.
It depends on like the tags. I think that's how it works. Like, depending on the tags that you have when you upload, then certain videos become available to certain people. Unless there's content that's like blocked. Like, if you have like, say something made by like, I can't remember what company it is, but your video may be blocked in like the United States, but in Hawaii it'll be available. So certain people can watch some videos, other people can't. That's why I try to avoid like any like copyright material.
Yeah, the reason I stopped doing Nintendo content is because whenever I made a video they would copyright claim it, and I'm not gonna have that. Like I won't have that. Okay, Mystical Gamer says I will stay until 1. Oh wait, he says 1 a.m. or I think he meant 1 a.m. and I'll also have school tomorrow. Okay, dude, thanks for staying till 1. I really appreciate it, and thanks for subbing. When you go, let me know so I can tell you bye and remember your name and all that. Thanks, dude.
We appreciate it.
Yeah, same way. So what were you saying?
I'm trying to remember what was I saying. Oh, but yeah. So with Nintendo, because this has been happening for like quite a while now, actually. But there is a way to get around that, but I don't actually feel like having to do that, so I just like demonetize any Nintendo content that I make so they don't copyright strike it. But it's like basically if you just make the gameplay backwards, like reverse the footage, not reverse it, but like mirror it and make it backwards, then they can't technically copyright strike you for
how
it.
do you
I don't know if
that
still works. It's like if you have like any editing software, like when you get your laptop or something, any editing software you have, like Sony Vegas or Adobe Premiere Pro, what you do is you can just go in and you can take the when you I know in Sony Vegas when you go to the edit and crop feature, if you just right click, you can click on flip and you can flip it horizontally or vertically, and you flip it horizontally and vertically, and then you just rotate it like that, and you'll have a mirrored image.
Yeah, I heard that if you just like put a black blob on your screen for a second, then they couldn't demonetize it. So what I might do is just like make a normal playthrough, or just like add something on the screen so they can't actually demonetize it. Because yeah, I want to do a Mario Odyssey playthrough because everyone's asking me to. It's just that I don't want Nintendo making money off of my work, because I don't like Nintendo for that.
Yeah, Nintendo's pretty picky about like their copyright claims. Like there are a couple fan games that were in the works that actually got shot down because they had Nintendo. They weren't licensed by Nintendo but had Nintendo material in it. And I don't know, I just kind of like, you know, never liked that about Nintendo.
Yeah, and that's why I like Xbox, because they're like doing things for the consumers. They're not copyright hungry, they're not money hungry like Sony and Nintendo, like they're actually normal. And yes, it may be because they're in last place, but at least they learned from their mistakes this time. Not like on any other company.
The thing about Sony though this year is that like the whole not being able to like record certain things and getting copyright strike for it, it's because the publishers of the games want to like protect certain like scenes, like whether it be for spoilers. Like I know for when Persona 5 got released, you weren't able to record or stream anything past chapter 1, otherwise like, what's the company? I can't believe that I forgot the company that
Square
makes the Persona
Enix, I
games.
think.
Yeah, Square Enix. Yeah, there we go. They would like copyright strike you or like take down your videos if you didn't have like a disclaimer or something like that at the beginning of it. So
Yeah.
that's how Sony operates.
Yeah, like I hate when I'm playing Sonic Forces and then everyone's like, what happened to the screen? And I have to explain that it just blocks because they want to avoid spoilers. Like, it doesn't matter, it's a Sonic game. Who honestly cares about the cutscenes? Like, clearly if they're watching the stream, then they know that they're getting themselves into spoilers. Like, I think they know what they're getting themselves into here.
That's why when I record my PS4 games, I don't use like the PS4 capture. What I do is I go to my computer and I use PS4 remote play and then use like a screen recorder to record that whenever I can't get to like, because I don't like use the AV capture card that I have at the moment. It's not really good, so I just do it like that.
Well, I got a comment, someone says, am I playing PS4? Yes, I am. I'm going to be playing on Xbox One soon, because no offense, the PS4 controller is bad. And Rozzy TV says, decided to stay up for about 10 more minutes, because this channel is so good. Thanks, bro. So anyway, like we were saying, I honestly think that the super features in this game were a little underwhelming, because, like, Super Tez and Super Knuckles were underwhelming. They were just glowing version of their original counterparts. And I can't believe that Hypersonic was actually going to be in the game at first, because there's files of them saying Hyper. Like when
yeah, that you got in the Super Emeralds, and now you can be Hypersonic, yeah.
Like,
I
why
think it would have been nice to have I think they said it was because due to time constraints and if they had to add the Super Emeralds, it'd take longer for the game to be released because they'd have to implement the Super Emeralds. And they took it out because it wasn't necessary. It was something along those lines. It was like it wasn't necessary for it to be in the game, and it just took up too much space and time.
Yeah, I also heard that it's because kids had too many complaints back then saying that they had seizures and stuff from that. But like that was back in the day with those old school flashy TVs. Like nowadays we have 4K TV that you can change the brightness settings on and all that. Like if you ask me, Hypersonic should be in Mania Plus.
I mean, I think we said this in the stream that we did yesterday, but I don't think that everything that's gonna be in Mania Plus has been like announced yet. Like,
yeah.
Because if they did that, there wouldn't be any surprises, and we all know that Sega loves to throw surprises at us within our games, because you know it's Sega.
It depends on the release date, though. If the release date is soon, then that might actually be all there is to show. But if the release date is at the very least 5 months from now, then I'd say that there is more stuff to go. Raleigh
Well,
TV,
I mean that also depends on like when they started working on Mania Plus, because if they had
yeah,
it, if it's being released in summer of 2018, then it's probably safe to say they've been working on it since like maybe Force's release.
yeah. Or maybe they've been actually working on it since Mania came out, but they just wanted to, have more time to add all the bonus features. Because I'm pretty sure they considered adding Mighty and all those characters in the first game, but time constraints. No, I don't think they want the game to be delayed for that many years. Because if that is true, that means the game would still not even be released right now.
Yeah, plus the title was supposed to be a Sonic 25th anniversary title, so if they did have to wait any longer, it'd defeat the purpose of the game being a 25th anniversary title.
Yeah. Okay, got 2 new comments. Razi TV says, when you get a Nintendo Switch, will we collab on Mario Kart 8 Deluxe? Yeah, I do. We'll collab on any game. We can collab on Splatoon 2, Mario Kart 8. Like, I'll always collab with my subs, and you're my VIP, so, I mean, you don't even have to ask to play with me. I mean, you see Anime Movement just joins my lobby on Fortnite. Like, he doesn't have to ask because he's a VIP. And he says, Insane Trilogy is going to be on Xbox, no doubt. Yeah, they already have a trailer of it and everything. It's already announced. I think they said June. It's the same release date as the Nintendo Switch copy, just for Xbox. So how do you feel about what is the one thing that you want in Mania Plus more than anything else, like besides what they announced?
I can't really think of much more because I was fine with Mania as a game as it was. But just to have the features that they did give us, I think was like enough, like for me. Like the 4-player multiplayer thing though, that was a great idea. I wouldn't have thought of that myself, like at all.
Yeah. I really hope that, like, I don't know why people say that it's complaining when you ask to have something else in an already great game. Because I'm not complaining, I just wish that Mania had, even more than what it had. Like, I understand it had pretty much everything that we don't even need and still had more. But once again, online multiplayer would have kept the game a lot more replay value. Hypersonic would have had a reason to do story mode again. And playing as Amy would have added another pound of replay value aside from just playing as Sonic, Tails, and Knuckles on all 8 file slots. And I hope Mighty and Ray have their own story instead of just riding on Tails as playing. I hope they actually have their own cutscenes and stuff like that.
I think that's why it took so long to add them into the game. I think that might be what happened. Like what happens, they might have like their own subplots, which I think would be interesting to see how they fit into the story of Mania.
I'm actually gonna play them on Encore mode, unless I have to unlock it after beating the game. But what if you actually have to unlock those characters? Like, do you think you have to unlock them, or they'll have them available from the get-go?
I think they'll be available from the get-go. It's not really. I mean, if they do have it, to where you gotta unlock them, I mean, that'll be a surprise because that's not normally something that they do in classic Sonic games. But I mean, there's a first time for everything, I guess. So.
Yeah, like Mania always has positivity to it. Okay, he says July 10th, and gotta go for this time. Enjoy the rest of your stream. Okay, thank you. See you later. Thanks for sticking around.
See ya.
Okay, you just have to say see ya. Alright, so basically what I was hoping, do you think that Mighty and Ray could, be like a duo team like Sonic and Tails, or do you think they'll be their own characters?
They're gonna have, their own separate, I guess I can see them having, the same, subplot, I guess. I just don't see, the benefit of having them team up. I know that Ray can fly, but I'm pretty sure it's not in the same way as Tails, and that'd be harder for him to carry Mighty.
Yeah, it may sound dumb, but I actually imagine, I was dreaming about what it would be like if they had their own story. I was thinking when Sonic and Tails went to go investigate what the strange power source was, and while Knuckles was resting, I was thinking Mighty and Ray were probably just, behind the scenes, just, spying and seeing what was going on, and that's how they got sucked into everything.
I mean, that'd be the easiest way to, write him in to the game, especially if this was an idea that wasn't, planned beforehand.
But it
Or
probably
I mean, it
was.
could end up like Tails. They could end up like Tails and end up with like missing cutscenes and things like that.
Yeah.
Which I hope they don't. I really do want to see them have their own subplots for the game.
Oh yeah. Um, I think that it'll be an option to have Mighty and Ray team up, but I also think that you can play them by themselves, just like Sonic and Tails. Cause you know they are
Yeah, I mean,
like
it only makes
coming in.
sense.
Yeah, like they are coming into a duo pack. One of them can fly and everything, so it might be a thing, but I don't know if they'll actually pull it off. Now I wouldn't mind if they didn't, but I mean it would not make sense. It just like it's optional. You know, like we don't need it, but it'll be one of those things that would be nice to have.
Yeah, I can agree with that. Having the two like come as a duo would be nice, but at the same time, like I said, I don't see like why they would do that. But I mean, I guess it'd be okay to see them like do that and take that direction when it comes to these two.
Imagine
But
that would
I'd prefer them to just be like separate.
yeah, imagine those characters with and Knuckles mode. The best thing since Candy Bread.
I think it'd kind of be like how Sonic and Tails is though, because at first I thought you could have Sonic, Tails, and Knuckles, but apparently that's not the case. You can only have like Sonic and Knuckles or Tails
That's
and
what they
Knuckles
should have
scenario.
added in that new pack. Like in this Mania Plus, they should have had that.
In the, yeah, and Knuckles mode, it should be able to be whatever characters you've chosen plus Knuckles. So even if you have like
Yeah.
a duo, you can have Knuckles alongside them.
Okay,
I just think it'd be kind of interesting to see like Sonic, Tails, and Knuckles running through the stage at
yeah,
the
like
same
I would
time.
actually play that game 3 times as much because I love that mode. It's like Sonic Heroes.
But at the same time, it'd be kind of funny because like in Mirage Saloon Act 1,
Knuckles falls off and then another Knuckles will
Knuckles,
just hop
yeah.
back on. Yeah, okay.
Knuckles falls off, but there's Knuckles on the like the wing beside
Yeah.
Sonic, so
Lane Zaguintis GD says awesome. Okay. Yeah, I agree. Anyway, people are saying we don't need Amy and Mania. I agree, but like, you already referenced her. You added Metal Sonic, of all people. And I was also saying how I hope Metal Sonic was a good guy after the movie. I don't know if you've seen Sonic over yet. After the movie, he was a good guy. I was hoping that he would actually be playable in this game as a good guy. But he was a
well,
boss.
but Sonic OVA isn't like in the like canon continuity. It's
Yeah.
just like a little like side story
Yeah.
that I really do enjoy though. I do like that movie a lot, but sadly
Yeah.
it's not canon.
Yeah, so like, it was cool to see Metal Sonic as a boss too. Like, I don't mind not having him playable, you know, we only had him playable in a handful of games, you know, 4 episode 1, SA2 multiplayer, SADX, and that was pretty much it. Well, it was okay, I guess, but I wish he was more playable, you know, one of my favorite Sonic characters.
Yeah, and in SADX, you have to like go through a long, tedious process of getting all 120 medals. I mean, emblems in order to do that. So,
Big is the
and
only
unless
thing
you were
that,
completionist, you weren't gonna be playing Metal Sonic.
yeah, like, and Big was the only thing keeping me from doing that. I swear I was so close.
Yeah, same here. I end up doing it eventually, but like after I did that one time, I just couldn't do it anymore because of Big the cat.
Yeah, like, I don't see why I have to catch a certain pound of fish every time. But since Froggy weighs 500 pounds, a tip I learned online was that all you have to do to win is just, like, get a 500-pound fish, catch Froggy, and that'll be equal 1,000 pounds, and there you can win. That probably would have helped me when I was younger, instead of just screaming and crying the whole time, but at least now I know now.
I also think that you had to have like the highest like bait upgrade, which was like really out of the way to go and find. I only got like through that mission when I got that ability, when I got the gold bait, which was really out of the way to find. I didn't like how out of the way it was, but I guess that's why you had to do a lot of exploring in SADX.
And I really hate how Metal Sonic was like $3 for the DLC, and that's not the reason I bought it to 100% the game. Like, and also like, I hated how he can only play Sonic stages. Like, that's 10 levels, yeah, but nothing different. I'm pretty sure he had the same spin dash animation, pretty much.
Yeah, Metal Sonic is just a Sonic clone in SADX. I liked him better in SA2 because he had his own move set and things like
Yeah,
that.
like, and it was very unique how he could like use his own shields, but at the same time he couldn't use powers. So,
Yeah, he didn't have any special moves, but he had the shield that could deflect special moves.
you know, like that's why I love playing against my brother, cause he was like a Metal Sonic man. I was the Sonic man. You know, like the original races that they always had, and then it was cool to like just have a constant speed battle going. He would pass me up. I would use an attack. He would shield it, and you know, sometimes he would miss, and I would use a power up on him. You know, like it was. It's such a good way, like basically what I'm trying to say is like if there's a Metal Sonic player, it makes the racing more interesting.
Metal Sonic was a really fun character to play as in SA2 as well because he had like the floatiest like jump of them all, so like you could pull off some like really fun shortcuts using Metal Sonic. So whenever I played stages like Final Rush, I would always use Metal Sonic
Yeah.
because like he could always do like super high jumps, and I always found that to be fun. And speaking of Sonic in SA2 multiplayer, I always found it weird how whenever I played as Sonic during the grind race, he would always grind slower than everybody else.
Yeah, like
I
that's
think
what
it's
I've
a
noticed.
I think it's a player one. It might be when you player one grinds slower than player two, which I always found to be weird. But like, I don't
Yeah.
know. It always made me upset because I had to play as somebody other than Sonic in order to like keep the race fair. So, and especially like when I didn't know we were doing it, like we choose our characters and then my siblings will just randomly choose the pyramid race, and I just be like, oh, well that's not fair. Oh well, guess I gotta win in the other races.
Okay, I wish they would have gotten Metal Knuckles and Metal Tails to actually be characters.
Oh,
Like it's like
Mecha Knuckles, Mecha Nails, yeah.
yeah, like instead of racing Metal Sonic on Sonic Mania, I wish they actually had their own copies. You know?
I mean, it kind of makes sense that they fight Metal Sonic because they do so in the OVA, but like I said, that isn't like, you know,
Canon.
actually canon, so it would have been nice to see them like break from that and actually like come up with like a Mecha Tails, and since Mecha Knuckles already did kind of exist in the Sonic R spin-off game, it would have been nice to bring him back as well.
Yeah. Okay, I'll be right back. I gotta do something real quick.
Alright.
Keep the stream entertained.
Just grab my handy dandy phone. That way I will be able to read the comments. Oh my. Pull up, Sonic fam, you're moving too fast. I'm trying to head to YouTube so that I may look at the comments. This is my channel now, guys. I took over. I'm sorry that it had to end this way. But yeah, Ray is no longer owning this channel. It's mine's now. It's the Start Dash takeover. How you guys doing? It's kind of hard to commentate in like when you can't see my game screen. But if anybody wants to like say anything and like give me ideas for conversation or something like to talk about so that I'm not sitting here over the stream sounding like an idiot, I'd appreciate that. You'd be the real MVP. But if not, I guess I can ask a question instead. So, I guess a question I could ask would be like, what's everybody's favorite soundtrack from this game? Because mine happens to be the second act boss theme. Then again, I'm probably only saying that because I'm fighting a second act boss right now, which is Hydrocity's boss, which I actually don't like. I mean, no, I was gonna lie, it's not a fine boss fight at all. It's literally, the first part is, but the second part is just the Sonic 3 Hydrocity mini boss, and that boss wasn't fun as it is. I didn't like that boss at all. Wait, what? I thought he only did it once. Okay, he does it twice. Alright, there we go. And Robotnik is up, over, and gone.
Alright, I'm just gonna keep it paused for a while. I gotta handle some business, but I still can't talk to you on the stream. So my question for you is, do you think Mighty will have a special ability or not?
Ooh, that's a, ooh.
Yeah,
Who
yeah,
might
cause
he have a special ability?
yeah, cause
Cause
like
what would it be?
yeah, like he didn't have any special abilities in any of the games or shows he's in. Like, sure, Ray can fly, No can glide and break through walls, and I wonder if Ray will.
John 443.
Oh yeah, thanks. Hello there. What's up, dude? Thanks for joining the stream. How are you? It
But
looks.
yeah, I'm kind of curious on how they'll handle that as well because like I think Bray is gonna glide because technically he's a flying squirrel and flying squirrels don't actually fly, they glide. So I think he might glide like Knuckles, but just without the ability to climb walls. And as for Mighty, I'm not sure what ability they give him.
Yeah, I'm
I'm
pretty
pretty
sure.
I don't think it's gonna be something armadillo related, but I'm not sure. I can't say.
Me being me, I think he might actually just like be able to like drop dash and all that stuff. You're so sleepy. Take a nap, go to sleep. You know, it's always good
Yeah,
to get
nobody's
your
forcing
rest.
you to be here.
Yeah, like you don't have to be here. You can just take a little rest and come back later. Or before you go, don't forget to sub because we just got over 100 subs today. That's very cool. It'll be cool to keep up the trend. I made a video saying thank you, and our new goal is 150 subs for the year. And about time 2019 gets to March, I hope we can have 200 subs. So I'm gonna start making our goals a little bit more bigger since we have a bigger audience now. Hopefully, I can add more to that. But anyway, if Amy was in this game, I know exactly what she would have. She would be, you're gonna stay here for a while? Okay, thanks, dude. Anyway, like I was saying, Amy would just like have a hammer. She can use her hammer, but actually make it like Sonic Advance good, not just, you know, stupid old Amy, you know?
Yeah, I think it'd be like better if she like had like her Sonic Advance like motif when it came to her hammer, like being able to do all kinds of like hammer tricks and things like that.
Yeah,
If
cause
they
like
like made Amy like that, that'd actually be pretty neat.
she can be like the Metal Sonic of Sonic Mania. Like you have to know how to use them for it to be fun, but when you do learn, it's like so unique you don't want to stop. Like basically when she's running, like of course she can't be slow because Sonic Mania's supposed to be a fast-paced game. And sure, if she uses her hammer, no, it won't be like Sonic Adventure where she stops, or like, or I think that was Sonic Advance where she just stops mid-running. It will be like Sonic Adventure when you're running and you click B, she'll do like a little flip with her hammer. That would be very great for a game like this. And she could also use her hammer for like melee attacks with like those bosses like that are close range and all that. And like you know, like it can probably be up with like bosses like the Metal Sonic boss that keeps like moving. Or when she's underwater, she can do that too. Like hit the boss like while it's moving without having to stop in order to do that. And when she jumps, she can actually use like a spin ball, like not one of those stupid Amy jumps where she gets hit when she lands on the enemy. You click circle, B, or whatever you have on Switch in order to do the little hammer attack. And in order to jump normally, you click the regular jump button, A or X. I think that would be great.
Yeah, kind of like how she plays in Sonic Advance 2, in a sense.
Yeah. And I don't know, like I think Mighty will be fine without any powers at all, like not even Sonic's powers like drop dash, because it will add like a new difficulty and a new way to play the actual game. Cause sure you may be saying, oh well, can I just turn off drop dash? Yeah, you can, but why not actually have a character that can actually do that for you, you know? And I also think Ray the Flying Squirrel would he could just be like a watered down Knuckles. You know, he can glide, he can probably climb, he probably just can't break through walls, you know? He'll be a lesser version of Knuckles. Like basically I think there'll be lesser versions of the characters, you know?
if they were to do Mighty like that, I think like they'd probably give him like Sonic 1 moveset. I think that'd be pretty interesting to do.
Yeah.
I mean, some might consider it lazy, but I mean, it is kind of lazy in a way to just like strip away like his entire moveset and just give him like a roll. But I mean, if you want to be like fair, Mighty really hasn't learned the spin dash, even though he does do it in Knuckles Chaotix, unless Knuckles taught him the spin dash. But then again, like that's continuity, that's canon that I'm talking about, and the reasons for having those moves. But since it is a classic Sonic game, I guess those things kind of don't matter.
You know
But I'm
what?
just saying it wouldn't make total sense.
What if they actually gave Mighty like the ring? So if you like team Mighty up with Ray, they'll have like the Knuckles Chaotix ring. So if Knuckles and Mighty or Mighty and Ray team up, they would have like the Knuckles Chaotix gameplay. But that would be like an option, you know, like how they got like extras. If they'll like add more
Yeah,
boost
the
spear
tether
stages.
option.
Yeah, like they should have
Yeah,
more.
that'd
boost
actually be
spear.
pretty fun. Like, especially if you're playing like a two-player, like that'd actually be pretty cool to like have like a tether option. And I
Yeah,
just
like-
thought about a mode for 4-player race. Okay, so having a 4-player race, what if they had like the tether rings, and
That
it was
would
like a
be
2v2, and you had to like race against the other team.
that would be so chaotic. That's why. Oh my gosh, like. I wouldn't rely on my little sister to get me that far. I don't know. I just can't do it. I don't know. Like,
That'd actually be really fun. Like,
it'll be like good video material. Probably add some rage moments and all of that.
oh, that'd actually be really fun. I'm kind of hoping that they do that now.
Yeah,
I mean,
but,
it'd be a great opportunity that they have here to do it too. Especially since Mighty, Ray, and Knuckles are all in the game.
yeah. Ray was
Or at
only
least
in
it's Mighty and Knuckles.
Mighty was only in 2 games, I believe, and Ray was only in 1.
Only one. Yeah, Ray and Mighty were both in Sega Sonic the Hedgehog along with Sonic. And Mighty was also in Knuckles Chaotix.
Hopefully that means that from now on they're actual characters in the series. Wait, hold on. This is so
I doubt
unfair. Knuckles
I
can't
doubt
jump.
it.
Okay, you can go first. I'm already dead.
I doubt it because like they didn't appear in like Forces, but I mean it's never too late to do so, I guess. But
Yeah, like clearly
I don't
not,
know if they're gonna work with them anymore.
Yeah, I think there probably was a chance because like why add them in this game if you're just gonna abandon them forever again? Yeah, but it was
I
unfair.
mean, you got a point though.
On Hydro City, it was kind of unfair because you know Knuckles' jump is reduced, which I find stupid because it wasn't like that in the original game. But his jump is reduced, so basically I needed to like jump up to hit the switch, right? But since his jump is reduced, I couldn't hit the switch, so I ended up drowning. So it's either I can't take that path or I need to like momentum or something. But I always complain saying, what's Sonic's power besides being faster in classic games? I found out that he can use the elemental shields. What if Mighty has like upgraded elemental shields? Like for example, his fire thing will like give him like a bigger boost, or his bounce will give him a bigger bounce, or his electricity ring will bring him like item bubbles or something. You know, like what if they upgraded the elemental shields for those 2 characters?
Speaking of that, there was a fan hack called Sonic Mega Mix. I'm not sure if you're familiar with it or not, but I believe that was actually Mighty's ability. He had like upgraded elemental shields, like the dash for the fire shield was like farther or something like that. I can't remember. I haven't played that ROM hack in a long time, but I think that actually was Mighty's ability in that ROM hack. So I mean that could be a possibility since I know that Sega does pay attention to their fan community.
Yeah, like clearly they hired the people who made ROM hacks to make this game. I enjoy having this little like
so-
podcast slash like debates and conversations. You know, it's fun.
Yeah, it is. And also, now that you mentioned that, I just realized that Headcanon, one of the producers of Sonic Mania, actually did work on Sonic Mega Mix, so that just gives me even more reason to believe that, hey, that's a possibility that that actually might be Mighty's ability.
Yeah.
So that
Now,
could definitely be something that happened.
My only question is, the chances of it being something new that they didn't tell us yet that we can learn, like before the game release, is probably 25%, because usually if Sega wants to release something new, like, and reveal more things about it, they'll, like, do it within, like, the first, like, week, so it's probably a 75% chance that there won't be anything new coming with the DLC pack. Cause no offense, but Sega doesn't really like give out much, you know, info on stuff. And even when they do, it's nothing big, just a release date or something. So like, yeah, but
Yeah,
if,
that's probably the last bit of news we're gonna get. It's not like they're re-releasing the entire. I mean, they are in a sense, but they're not like remaking the game from the ground up. So I don't think there's gonna be like new like zone trailers or anything, unless
yeah,
Encore mode contains like different zones. Then there might be
hopefully.
new zone trailers or like different like compositions for the music for the new zones that'll be released, which I'd actually enjoy. Other
Yeah,
than that, I don't really see like too much coming out except like maybe the trailers for the Encore mode and
if you
maybe, just maybe, some 4-player competition trailer like they did for the 2-player competition.
Yeah, and if you ask me, they should honestly take out that triangle restart button, because what if your friends just lose and want to do that triangle restart? That would seem so
Yeah, I
stupid.
never liked that. Like, I mean, that's a staple in all like multiplayer games though. That's kind of like something that you have to like. That's why you have to play with people who like, you know, you can trust won't do that. Because that's a staple in many local multiplayer games. Like, hey, I'm losing. Well, time to press start and retry because I don't like the outcome of this race.
I remember I was
I
being
am.
cocky. I remember I was being cocky one time. I was standing at the goal post on Sonic 2, and since my brother was so far behind, I was just standing there dancing around. And as soon as I spin dashed into the goal post, he got this item box that teleported, so he was the one going through the goal, and I was where he was at the very last second.
Ooh.
I
What?
was salty about it for about a year before I just let up and admitted that, okay, the goalpost did stop spinning. Because all my excuse is that the goalpost never stopped spinning because I turned off the Xbox and just went away for 300 years.
I can imagine. Like, that's why I always like. I used to do that. Like when I play like SA2 or something like against my brothers or something. Because it's kind of funny because I always played like with player one. Like it was on my like GameCube. We have two. My brothers they shared one and I had one of my own. And so my older brothers, like whenever I play with them, they'd always get like the player two controller since we played on mines, and everybody else in my house would play player two. And since I had like in SA2 they have like your win record, like player one is won this many times, player two is won this many times on each
Yeah.
side. So I had like 200 stump 32 wins to like the house is 19. So I'd like get cocky sometimes and just like forget that, hey, my family actually doesn't suck at video games. What am I doing? So sometimes I get like passed up at the goal ring for trying to like sit there and be cocky because they'd like use a special move as soon as they get to the gate. So it'd just be like, oh well, that was dumb.
Yeah, like I just think I'm so good, and I get caught up in my own ego. I forget sometimes. Hey, you know they don't suck just because I win a few more times than them. Yeah, I remember when I was like really younger though, when I was like still like a little kid, almost a baby. Like me and my little sister would like play against each other in like the treasure hunting stages, and the older siblings were like the boys versus girls. Only had one brother, and she had three sisters to help her. But the upside to that with that brother was that he was the master at that game, so he knew where all the locations would most likely be. And the girls had their upside because there was more people and like most likely find the emeralds. So like it was always like a constant race, like no this way, no this way, no this way, and it was always creepy. It was just scary how like you never know who's gonna win first. So and I hate when those kind of people like just follow you until you find the emerald and snag it. I really hate that.
I've never had that happen to me, probably because we all have like our own egos in this household and refuse to play like that.
Yeah,
It
like
was always heated, like playing any like competitive game. Like I remember playing SA2 one time, not SA2, but Sonic 2, and there was this funny situation where both me and my brother got stuck and nobody could pass it. We kept like getting extra lives but dying. So I don't know how this happened. I'm not sure if it's a glitch or not, but we kept dying. We died enough times to where the game just started speeding us up automatically. So near the end of it, like without speed shoes, we were going like extremely fast with like almost no control over how to like control our jumps and things like that. So it was kind of fun and interesting playing in that way.
yeah, and like the thing is like playing two-player story mode on games is kind of the funnest one to me. I usually just go competition when we're trying to do like a quick little game session. But usually I like to play two-player story mode 'cause I like to sit down and actually cooperate. Like Sonic games are like the best with that two-player stuff, you know? in my opinion. It's either fast-paced on competition or nice and fun on teamwork. You know, I just like that. And more Sonic games need multiplayer. Like for example, I was praying Forces had multiplayer, and they didn't. Like, why? I just don't understand. Like, it's the best part of any Sonic game, pretty much, besides the main game.
I thought that Forces was gonna have multiplayer too, because I remember reading an article saying that Forces was gonna have multiplayer due to the whole tag team thing. When it didn't, I was kind of disappointed because I was like, oh, well, I expected it and I did not get it.
Yeah, like, and that's kind of what Forces was, and an expectation that you didn't get the whole game through. Now, sure, it was a great game. It just didn't live up to any of our expectations, and the reason why our expectations were so high is because it's the first Sonic game we've had on consoles that, you know, aren't Nintendo, are bad in 7 years. Like, that's a long time to wait for a Sonic game. Like, Sonic Generations was the last 360 game we had. That was in 2011. Forces, on the other hand, was made just last year, 2017. That's a very long time. So we expected like that whole long break to be like a refresher for them, and they would make a great game. But it was great and all. It just wasn't as good as it should have been, which is why I hope this next Sonic game they're gonna release is gonna be great and all. And hopefully they actually release a new Sonic game this year.
I don't think so. They have that Sonic racing game planned, so.
Oh yeah. It's probably gonna come out next year, like as a movie game or something. And yeah, sure, everyone hates the fact that it's gonna be a movie game, but I hope the movie's great and they make a game based off the movie. Because I played this game called SpongeBob, the movie game. It was one of my favorite games of all time because of how good they nailed like what happened in the movie while still adding,
I know that
like,
game.
yeah, like while still adding actual game elements and stuff, adding things to the story that like didn't happen. Like I just liked it. Like the graphics were appealing, the like dialogue. It was like one of my favorite games ever. Like it was just so good, which is why I want Sonic movie game to come out because you know, like let's face it, most movie games are usually either really great or really bad, and all the ones I've played have been really great. So I hope Sonic movie game comes out and it's actually a pretty good game.
The thing about that though is that I like when I first heard about it, like I seen the logo and it was like Sonic R. All I seen was R and Async, so I was like, and the R was red, so I kind of thought when I first seen it that oh we're getting a Sonic R2, and
yeah, and then it says not a sequel.
Yeah, now that I see it though, I'm like, nah, it's not Sonic R2, and I can't help but being a little disappointed because if we got a Sonic R2, that'd be like one of the greatest things that could happen all year because I love Sonic R. And
yeah, but
especially its music.
yeah, everyone was like, it was like the dude who announced the game. He said it's not a sequel to any other Sonic game, so it's not an All Stars Racing. It's not an R2, so it has to be. Oh, I heard the game was actually called Super Sonic Racing, apparently.
Yeah, I seen the title for it. It got leaked, unless that was fake. But it is called Super Sonic Racing, with the logo having that red R that I mentioned.
Yeah, like
So,
that's definitely a callback to Sonic R.
Yeah, I just hope it is like kind of like Sonic R though. If not a sequel, make it semi like sort of kind of like Sonic R, because Sonic R was like, for all its flaws, it was actually still fun to play. Like to me, like it was flawed in the sense that okay, yeah, there weren't that many tracks. You had to get first place and collect the tokens and all that in order to unlock everything, and it wasn't everybody's cup of tea, and you know, it just all these different things, but playing multiplayer, like what you're supposed to do with racing games, by the way, you're supposed to play online, or like locally. But like playing multiplayer with Sonic R, I found that to be like fun every time I did it. Like, I just really did enjoy playing Sonic R. I didn't find it to be like bad whenever I played, whenever I played with my siblings or something like that, or when I just wanted to play. Even just playing single player, I didn't find it all that tedious or all that bad. I thought it was okay on its own.
Yeah, I actually just played it with my brother the other day. The game wasn't even that bad, and like all the things that were problems with it, I actually found funny to have to deal with. Because you know, Knuckles and Sonic are the two most overpowered characters in the game that you start off with. So he was being Knuckles and he glided right over me, and Sonic can't even swim, so I just have to deal with that. But you know, that was fun and funny, you know, it made it all worth it.
Yeah, because I ended up playing it not too long ago as well, like, just getting all the, like, collectibles. I was like, because my cousin was here and I told him, I was like, we're going to get all the collectibles in, like, one night. So I ended up having fun doing that.
Did you end up
and
doing
just
it?
yeah, it was easy. Sonic R isn't a long game. Like even going for 100%, Sonic R is short, like really short. There are only 5 stages. There are 5 medals in each stages. 4 different emeralds to collect. You only have to get all the emeralds. You have to get all the emeralds in first place. So I mean, you end up going pretty fast through all the stages anyway. So I mean, the
Yeah,
game
like
is like short.
yeah, like all
So
racing games don't even have to have all that stuff. You know, like it's just supposed to be like, you know, you race with your friends. That's it. So we're pretty much lucky to have all these racing games these days with all this content.
yeah, especially like with games like Sonic All Stars, like Transformed, like Sonic and Sega All Stars Racing Transformed, and Sonic and Sega All Stars Racing, like where there was like heavy content in those games, like for the story
Yeah,
mode, with all those different missions and things like that.
that's
Cause you
why I
know,
said.
like I mean, they didn't really have to do stuff like that, you know, like they could have made it just like the good old Sonic R days, where there was not really too much to collect, but it was still fun and had its own like special charm.
That's why I say that Sonic Racing is better than Mario Kart, without being biased either. Because Mario Kart is just like a racing game. That's it. There's no story mode. All there is Grand Prix and stuff. Which is why like it's no special things, you know. And no offense, but it's already official and confirmed that Mario Kart games literally like cheat and get more difficult in order to keep the player from winning apparently. And that's not really fair for like casual players who just want to like play the game normally. Now they have to deal with like computers getting extra weapons and stuff like that. No, that's not what a racing game is, you know? Like it's not just Sonic that does this game good, you know? It's plenty of other games that I can't put my finger on right now. I know Forza Horizon is a pretty good game.
Oh, okay, yeah, okay. I had to think about what you were talking about for a second there. Well, I mean, that's a generic racer though. So, I mean, like, just talking about like racers from like popular franchises with the theme of like appealing to a crowd that enjoys a certain type of character or something like that. Wow, okay, thanks.
What level
Alright,
you
I'll
on?
get crushed. Lava Reef, Act 2.
I'm only on Hydro City. If it,
I've played Mania a lot, like a lot. I can kind of like get through it without trying to get through it fast, but I'll get through it fast on accident anyway.
yeah, if you ask me, Press Guard. I mean, Mirage Saloon should have came first. No, not because I wanted a new level quicker, because it will make more sense for them to, you know, go through that long desert and then get hydrated, rather than them get all this water just to go into the desert.
Well, I mean, I can kind of see why they like spaced it out the way they did, cause like
Yeah, so you can have more new
having
levels.
like having like more old levels in the game, like if they like made it like to where, oh, okay, Tails can't fly off that. That's wait, I think I know how to manage that. Yep, all right. Oh wait, why am I doing that? I don't have to go up there no more. That's right. But having it to where like all the like new levels were like right next to each other, or even just like one stage or one zone away from each other like that, but kind of like I don't know, it wouldn't make much sense to me because then it'd be like, well, why have the new stages when all we're gonna do is in the end up not really going anywhere with it at all. So
You know what I
it's just gonna end up
actually,
being all right there together.
you know what I actually just thought about? Maybe Mania Plus is just like the start of a new DLC chain, like Sonic Forces did. Maybe Sonic Mania Plus is gonna start off with Sonic, you know, all those characters, and then eventually DLC Pack 2 is gonna come out, where they have Bark, Being, and Fang, for example. And then with Bark, Being, and Fang, they can probably have like, you know, after that, you can have probably like Amy DLC and like probably an online mode for DLC. I mean, it shouldn't be DLC, but you know. And maybe after that, they're gonna have some more characters. You know, like it'll probably just be
As
like
long
a
as they don't
full.
make you pay for online DLC, like I think you
Yeah,
had to like I'm trying to remember like Scott Pilgrim versus the World. I know that was a game that never had online till the game was dead and you had to pay for it. I think you had to pay for it. I'm not 100% sure on that. But I never understood why like you waited so late. Like if you want a game such as that to like have more multiplayer accessibility, why not just make it online from the get-go instead of wasting everyone's time and making me have to go buy some DLC in order to play online? That's the stupidest concept to me and I'll never understand it. But hey, I'm not a game designer or a publisher.
I really wish Knuckles was on the plan for Mirage Saloon. until Act 2 at least, because you know, like it's actually a glitch where you can put Knuckles on the plane, but it's just randomized, and you know that would have been so cool. Like it's like Sonic, Tails, and Knuckles can't ever be together in this game, and that's what we all wanted, pretty much.
I mean, technically they are like in the like final cutscene. It's heavily implied that they were all three of them were there together, but
Yeah, like it just
I'm
can't like
guessing
handle.
because
Yeah, like
yeah, all three of them being together at the same time on the screen.
it
with
wouldn't
all
be
of their
very
different
fun.
abilities.
Yeah, it would be cluttered and not fun.
As well as like having Knuckles would be unnecessary because like I was mentioning earlier with the Mighty and Ray situation, there'd be no point to having, you know, Knuckles there when he can't like help like Sonic Art.
Now I wish like there was a Sonic, Tails, and Knuckles mode, so it can be 3 players story mode pretty much.
But yeah, the whole 3-player aspect, it'd be like, I think having like a 3-player mode would have been like kind of over excessive. Like what I mean by that is having 3 players just for the sake of having 3 players when Knuckles, like I said, wouldn't be able to like provide anything for the team except maybe if they had it like Sonic 2 Heroes where Knuckles could carry the team on his back, then that's a different story entirely. But I don't think that they have it work like that, so
Yeah, like
I don't think that'd be a point in having him like just in Sonic and Tails is like kind of like in their way.
yeah, like the only reason I see a reason for him to have been, you know, just like as an unlockable mode for Blue Spears, the only reason I see anything about it is just because, you know, like just for like the fun for like, you know, videos and like, you know, like you could have 3 friends and one of them just wants to join in, you know, like not taking things seriously, you know, like just for like a joking mode like and Knuckles, you know, like if you do Sonic, Tails and you put and Knuckles, you know, it can be like that just for fun though. Like not anything
Yeah, now
serious.
see that I can understand. Like having it as like, you know, an unlockable from the extras thing.
Yeah.
That'd be okay.
I like how Knuckles had his own Mirage Saloon and Lava Reef. Now that they did not have to do. That was way out of their way.
I mean, they did the same thing in Sonic 3 and Knuckles though, so I mean, it kind of was like necessary to have him like have his own stages if they wanted to stay true to the originals in terms of that kind of thing, because in like Sonic 3 and Knuckles, he had his very own Carnival Night, which took
I actually forgot about
half
that.
his time. It took like half his time as Sonic and Tails.
Yeah, I actually forgot about that. My question is though, which story goes first? Sonic and Tails story or Knuckles story on that game?
They're interchangeable, I think. Like so, Sonic arrives to Angel Island and around the same time that Sonic gets the emeralds knocked out of him, Knuckles goes to, I guess, rest after knocking the emeralds out and hiding them all over Angel Island. He comes back, he rests, and then the Egg Robo comes. That's why it's not Robotnik, because if it was Robotnik, then it'd destroy the whole idea of those two working together during Sonic's story. So the Egg Robo comes and disturbs Knuckles' sleep, and then after he disturbs Knuckles' sleep, Knuckles spends his entire story chasing the Egg Robo until he realizes that that the whole thing was a decoy by Robotnik in order to like keep him away from the Master Emerald so he could steal it.
Yeah, like that story
and then
was actually.
those two stories merge.
Yeah, like that's one thing great about that game. Like the story was like so advanced for its time.
I mean, I like the idea of like multiple like story plots that overlap with each other.
That's why I like Sonic Mania.
Motion.
Yeah, like when Knuckles had his own level and story, I said, whoa, I didn't expect, you know, like basically I expected Mania to be a small thing that they did for the anniversary, and they went like so good, you know?
Well, I mean, whenever you go, well, for like an occasion such as this, like the first official classic Sonic game that we've gotten since 1994, or technically 1999 if you want to count Sonic Pocket Adventure. But since this is the first classic Sonic game we've gotten since technically 1999, I mean, it makes sense to go all out for it, because like, hey, this is the first time in like almost in a decade, really, in a decade and some years that we've gotten. No.
It's actually
Well, yeah,
been 2 decades.
if you want to go from 19. if you want to go from 1999, it's only 1 decade so far. But if you go from 1994, it's been 2 decades and 4 years. Well, technically 3 at that time. 2 decades and 3 years since we've had a Sonic, classic Sonic the Hedgehog game. So I mean, it only makes sense to go all out for it and
Yeah, like I actually,
really make it shine so that we could get more games like this.
Yeah,
I wouldn't
like-
mind seeing classic Sonic make a full return.
yeah, it would only add more reason to play Sonic games, you know? Like, of course Sonic Boom should have its own thing, Modern Sonic should have its own thing, you know? So like for all the different kinds of fans of the series, they don't have to argue and fight over it. Like,
Yeah, but like which direction they should go. They should just let Whitehead and his team handle the classic Sonic games, and Sonic team can focus on making the more modernized games.
yeah, I'm gonna do something real quick. It's gonna take a few seconds. I'm just gonna do it on the PlayStation menu.
I don't know why I didn't choose right there. Okay. What? I wonder why I can't spin dash on top of the things. Got a speed keyed.
I actually love the old Sonic shows. I hope Sonic Mania Adventures is a full-fledged series because there only going to be 5 episodes for this year, but that's okay. I know how long it takes to make them, so I hope it's actually just for this year they only do 5, and maybe they do 5 each year until the series ends. And I have the feeling that they're actually going to reference the next classic Sonic game at the end of that series. That's how they reference Sonic Forces.
Yeah. What was I gonna say? I mean, I have high hopes for Sonic Mania Adventures, but on the topic of old cartoons, I actually the only reason I brought that up was because recently I've been watching the Adventures of Sonic the Hedgehog and Sad AM recently, just because I don't know. I think I found it randomly on my recommended on YouTube one night, and I just started watching it for a while ever since then. And I really do love the old Sonic cartoons. They always had a unique charm to them, especially with Julia White playing the role of Sonic. I think he did a great job of playing Sonic the Hedgehog in the old cartoons.
The only reason I got back into it is because, you know, since I loved Sonic when I was younger, I'm trying to introduce my nephews to Sonic, and now they love to watch his show on Netflix all the time. So with them watching it on Netflix, and they always grab my hand and force me to go with them. I guess I just have to get used to watching it because they always want to watch it now.
I mean, I got my nephew to play a couple Sonic games before, when he was real young. He'd always ask me to play it, because I used to play Sonic and the Black Knight a lot 3 years ago. I played it a lot, trying to once I learned about the level system and all that, I tried to get my level and my rank up and things like that. So I played a lot of Sonic and the Black Knight, and my nephew would ask to play with me, so I'd let him play that, and so I think that'd be a good way for him to kind of get into the series.
Yeah, now, I'm just glad I'm getting other people to like Sonic and stuff, because, I like it too, and I think it's really underrated a lot of the time. So I'm just happy people are actually starting to enjoy the series more and more as the years go by, and hopefully he actually gets better than Mario too.
I mean, with Mario being one of the most iconic, I mean, I wouldn't say that he'd ever go back to being the way he was back in the 90s.
Unless they make a new
system. Some people considered Sonic to be better than Mario, but I mean, it'd be nice to the old rivalry that Sega and Nintendo had, where they, Sonic versus Mario, which games are better, back when it was actually comparable, when we had games like Sonic 2 and Super Mario World coming out around the same time.
Yeah, if you ask me, Sonic was kicking Mario's butt back then. I mean, no Mario game, sure they were all great, but no Mario game could compare to the charm and fun of Sonic. Mario World was the only game that could compete with the first Sonic game. Well, no, maybe the second one. I don't know. Mario World could compete.
I mean, I didn't even find those games to be able to compete. I mean, now Sonic CD. I don't like Sonic CD. So
Mario World could compete with Sonic CD, I guess. I even like Sonic CD more than those, and Sonic CD is my least favorite 2D Sonic.
I just think that Sonic CD was kind of like a Mario game in a sense, though. It was slow and has really platform heavy based instead of momentum and speed based, and I don't know. I didn't like Sonic CD as a Sonic game. It was fine as a platformer, but as a Sonic game, it wasn't too great.
Yeah.
I didn't appreciate.
I understand why it was so different though. You know, it's like the Sonic Heroes of the classic series. Something different that was okay as its different thing, but as anything else, it's a mess.
Yeah, it was okay as a game, but as a Sonic game, it's not okay. It's
Okay,
it's pretty
so
bad.
I'm fighting Bark Bean and Dynamite. Bark Bean and Fang right now. Looking at it, I think they could have actually been like unlockable characters after completing the boss fight. Like, and if you ask me, instead of it being a hard-boiled heavy, I think it should have been the actual real characters. And after you complete this stage, you can unlock them as playable characters. Because again, sure, they did make cameos, but people want to actually play these characters again. Someone commented, instead of Sonic being better than Mario, I would rather have them both being balanced of a war will start. How they both being balanced or a war will start. Yeah, that's true,
Yeah,
actually.
I say the same. Yeah, I say the same thing. Like having just to like like them going back to the old ways of the '90s, where it was Sega versus Nintendo, who's better, Sonic or Mario, and it actually being comparable. Like I said once again, because nowadays you can't really compare Sonic to Mario. Like, come on, Super Mario Odyssey is obviously the better game out of Super Mario Odyssey and Sonic Forces.
Yeah.
But I'd
Totally.
appreciate if we could go back to like say for instance like like Super Mario Odyssey and Sonic Forces being comparable, or whatever new Mario game comes out being comparable to the new Sonic game that comes out, and it just being back like the 90s with the old Genesis versus Nintendo rivalry. It'd be nice to see that come back.
I don't know why, for some reason, I'm suddenly losing at this Mirage Saloon boss fight. Like, why? But anyway, what do you think about being Bark and Fang being playable? You think that's a good idea?
It'd be nice to have more like characters, but the appeal of a classic Sonic game, I think, was the fact that it only had a few characters that you could play as, Sonic, Tails, and Knuckles, and being able to play those games over and over again with just those three characters, because the game was just so fun in and of itself. Like, I've played Mania more times already than I care to count, like, almost like, an insane amount, and only with these three characters. So like for me, like the appeal of these games was always like, not too many characters, it was simple. He had three characters, Sonic, Tails, and Knuckles, each with their own unique playstyles, and having like more characters, it wouldn't be a bad idea, I guess, if they all had their own unique playstyles, but having them all go through the same levels at this point would be kind of tedious, and I mean, it started to get like repetitive at this point. Like, okay, yeah, new moveset, but same stage. But if they made it to where there was like different level layouts,
Yeah, like
or
Knuckles
at least
story.
like every new character pack, like say for instance, we got Mighty and Ray, they get different stories than Sonic and Tails. And for if we did get Bean, Fang, and Bark, that those three would have different level layouts than the rest of the characters. But you'd only be able to do that for so long, so.
That actually is a really valid point. I understand why you would say that. That's like smarter than anything I've heard today. Yeah, maybe they can like it could still be Mirage Saloon, but it will be nothing like the other levels. Like, let's say Knuckles different levels from Sonic and Tails, but that's like their whole game story right there.
Right, like, we all know that Mighty and Ray don't have a plane, so it would make sense for them to end up on the tornado, since, Sonic and Tails and Mighty and Ray, well, okay, maybe Sonic, Mighty, and Ray have, but Tails has never been acquainted with Mighty and Ray, so I can't really see any reason to have them, like, Sonic driving the tornado for those two or something like that. I don't see any reason for it to happen like that when they can, especially when they've had this in the works for so long. I think it'd just be better at this point to just give them entirely new level designs and make it an entirely new experience for players coming into this game after beating the main story with all three characters from before.
And for being real though, Fang, Bark, and Bean were actually bad guys originally, so I see why they wouldn't make them characters all of a sudden. It wouldn't make sense in the storyline. Unless they like made them surrender.
I mean, it wouldn't, but at the same time, I think it'd be an interesting subplot to see, like, just how they fit into the story. What made the heavy magician like, use those three as a basis for, like,
yeah.
I mean, I guess you could say it was Mirage Saloon and their wanted posters were up, but like,
but what I really
kind of
wish
like
they
just an
would,
explanation.
like, what I really wish they would have done was like made that the real characters. Like, why make it a heavy instead of the like? You have the animations, you have always all you did there was just make it official that those weren't the real characters. I don't understand. Like, why?
Well, because Sonic Team is full of people who like to troll and think it's the boss, and then you're just kind of like, oh, it was an illusion. They actually never really appeared. That sucks.
Yeah, but
Because that's just the way Sonic Team rolls.
yeah. Did you hear that they only had one level designer for Sonic Forces? That's exactly why Sega is failing. They like, who gets one level designer for a new game? I mean,
Yeah, that was a bad choice.
And I guess he was a newbie. That was his first game he worked on. And the people who made the music, I think they said, were also like, that was like their third or fourth game they worked on before in their lifetime. Why would you get newbies?
Yeah, the soundtrack wasn't, you know, all that good for Sonic Forces. It wasn't bad by any means, though. I actually enjoyed the Avatar soundtracks, like the Custom Hero soundtracks.
Yeah, like Mystic Jungle or the character.
Yeah,
themes.
that's the exact song I was looking for. I really did like Mystic Jungle a lot. Like, that was actually my second favorite song in the game. My favorite song in the game is the final boss battle theme, like the third phase.
Yeah, I like it. It's like
I like
the
really
bump.
enjoyed
It's
that
like
one.
a hint. Oh, and their super themes, classic Sonic super theme was pretty cool in my opinion.
I haven't heard his super theme. I don't really play as like the super forms and forces when I play it on PC. Like, I don't know. I never saw the reason to.
Yeah, it's nothing special. Only if you truly want to play Forces. So
Like, it's I don't know. I just never saw the appeal in like doing that. I also kind of find it kind of weird that you don't play as Super Sonic in the final boss fight, but I can see why, because, you know, Avatar can't go super.
yeah, but like in my opinion, like that's kind of like the big thing with all Sonic games. Him going super, like in the one time of need that they actually needed the emeralds, they didn't get the emeralds. Like, you needed the emeralds to defeat the most powerful villain you've ever faced, but you don't use them for whatever reason. Hold on, with the shield in this act right here, you actually don't lose ring. Never mind, I spoke too soon.
In Oil Ocean Act 2, nah, yeah, you lose rings still.
Oh man. Okay, so
I believe it's just that you don't. Oh wait, no, you don't die regardless. If you go to 0 rings, you still don't die. But
yeah, you just are one hit.
yeah.
So would you like for me to add some more people to this chat, or are you just enjoying it as us two for now?
I mean, you can add more if you want. Like I said, the more the merrier.
Okay, I'm gonna add somebody real quick. But we got a viewer, so I'm gonna keep them entertained for a little longer. Make sure keep them happy here. When I get 50 rings and go super, so I can stay safe, I might add them then. So the viewer.
All right, time for my least favorite stage in this entire game. Oh boy.
Titanic Monarch.
Act 2.
Man, you finna beat the game before me. Well, it is only fair to say that you started before me, I guess. After this, do you want to go on time attack and race each other's time?
I mean, yeah, why not?
I didn't want to do that bonus round. Alright, since the bonus round is right down there, let me just show you guys where that is.
Let's just go up this way.
Some rings here.
Here we go. That was dumb. Alright.
I gotta spam this button just to get to the top of this oil ocean tower over there. Okay, let's turn super, and then I can invite some friends real quick. Don't worry, the screen's gonna go blue, but that means I'll just be right back in like less than like a minute, so don't worry.
Alright, let's go to this one. Oh, this is the easiest one to do. Okay, this one is pretty quick.
Luckily, you turning super in oil ocean doesn't really matter, because guess what? That means that you can still like you're gonna lose rings at the same pace either way, so it won't really matter actually.
Alright, I gotta go do something. I'll be back in a couple minutes, so hopefully those people that you're inviting join.
So I'll see you in a bit.
Alright.
Okay, I'm back. We got 2 viewers now. Nice. Thanks for joining my 100 sub special, guys. If you can add to that number, please do so. I really appreciate it. I think we're at 109 right now. Man, like, things are just going so great ever since I started streaming Crash Bandicoot. And you know, I never thought Crash would be the thing that gets me that many like subs in one go. Like 15 subs, I think. Man. Kyle King Mario 1112 Gaming says hello. And another viewer says to be Death Pit only to to be Death Pit only to be put back in reality. Yeah. Well, I mean, I kind of understood what you said. Like, I know what you mean. It's just that the text was like messed up on this side, so I couldn't really read it. My phone has been dead for days, and I'm just now charging it. It's on 81. I'm gonna take it off and check the stream, see how everything's doing. If you guys can tell me, how's the stream going? You enjoying it? Oh, it's continuing off from another comment. Hold on, I didn't get a chance to read that comment yet. Let me pull up comments real quick. Okay, you say, I think it would have been cool for Infinite to mess with you, like multiplying you, or making a pit that would scare you, and just to seem to be a death pit only to be put back in reality. Yeah, that would actually be really cool. That's actually a very unique idea. Like, once again, Sega needs to hire more fans, but except modern Sonic fans for the modern series, now that we have enough fans for the classic series already. I don't know why Eggman doesn't fly away after you beat him anymore. That used to be a very fun thing to me. I wonder how you get the cool bonus, because I got it somehow. Sorry I'm not talking, I'm just nothing to say. Okay, I don't plan on being being a programmer, but I would love to work on the soundtrack for future Sonic games though. Yeah, I think you'd actually be really great at it, to be honest with you. Cause like, I see you when you like comment on my videos and stuff, and like, you know, you're like, it seems like you're like pretty like talented person if you ask me. And I really hope you do get a job somewhere to make good stuff. Whether it be at Sega or Nintendo, I just hope you get a good one. Okay, I'm gonna pause it for a minute, get a chance for me to answer some comments. If you have any comments you want, just comment down now. You say, what do I think the new Sonic racing game is gonna be about? I think it's gonna be I think it's gonna actually have a story mode this time. Something about Eggman getting the Chaos Emeralds, and bringing Metal Sonic, Metal Knuckles, and Tails Dawn to the story. And he's gonna be like powering up his mechs and all that, and Sonic has to race to get there. And what I think is gonna happen is that he's not gonna need a car, because it said whether in a car or on foot, Sonic is the fastest thing alive, and that might mean like probably not gonna have a car. And that R reference Sonic R, which he wasn't in a car there. I'm saying R a lot, and he wasn't in a car there either. So hopefully that means that like some of the characters are actually on foot this time, and you can choose to put them in a car and stuff. You can like get costume pieces like in Sonic Forces, but actually decorate the actual characters, get new car pieces and all that, upgrade your car, and it'll just be like a great racing game altogether. Probably the best Sonic racing game of all time, with the actual good story about Eggman trying to take over the world with all his robots and stuff. Just average Sonic stuff. Any other questions? How long will Sonic and Mario Olympics lifespan go on? Um, I think that okay, it should be going on until Sega either makes their own console again, or until one of the companies shut down. But there is a potential chance that this year they're going to be ending it, because Mario is hinting at him making his own Olympic Games without Sonic, saying, "See you at the Olympics this year," or like saying how it's going to be in the Olympics, but there's no sign of Sonic. So it's either this year or the next game is going to be just Mario. He's going to abandon Sonic, and if that's not the case, then that means that they're just going to keep going until one of the companies either shut down or until Sega becomes a big company like Nintendo. But until then, it should be going on for just as long as it's always been. Any other questions?
Hey there. Are you guys in Fortnite? Hey.
Do I think they will make Sonic Mania 2 or just DLC the original game? You mean with Sonic Mania Plus or just like period?
Hey Ray. Can you hear me?
Yeah, you joined my party?
Yeah, I did.
Um, you're on stream now. I just invited you to my 100 subscriber special. If you want, you can talk to the stream. Comment on the what they say. Chat about us. I got someone else in the party with me. We can all three have like a podcast or something. Just talk and have fun. Would you like to do that?
Well, Ray, what I really need is somebody to play one game of Fortnite with me.
A game?
Yeah, one game, one match, just to complete my daily challenge.
Um, wait. What's your daily challenge?
Play a match with a friend.
Um, okay then. I think I can probably help with that. I'm in a stream, but I know someone who's looking for another person to play with, so I'll just tell them that you will need to invite them.
My friend. That's why I invited you.
Okay.
What are you streaming on YouTube or Twitch?
I'm streaming on YouTube, so if I were to leave this game, then it will end the stream.
Yeah, that's fine.
How many hours do you have until the daily challenge is over?
That's a good question.
So, do you have any other questions, dude?
No, I do not.
Oh, no, I was talking to the guy on my stream, just making sure he has.
Alright.
Okay. Hey guys, it's Trend Cave here, and today we'll be talking about top 5 YouTubers who have sworn. Huh. That seems cool, I guess. Yes, if you can wait like probably like 30 minutes to an hour, probably less, would the daily challenge still be available? Because I can still help you out with that.
Yeah, it likely will be. Yeah.
So it's
I may find somebody to jump in.
okay.
Before then.
Will you still be ready to play the game even after the daily challenge is complete?
Yes.
Okay, I'll be available soon. I'm toward the end of the game. I'm just gonna complete this game, play a few races with somebody, and then probably end the stream.
Okay, no problem.
Okay. So you wanna leave, or you wanna talk to the stream? Some, you know, have a little podcast with me and my other guy here.
I think I'll bow out. Thanks for inviting me though.
No, it's okay. See you later.
Okay, see ya.
Always get so many rings on this stage, but yet barely use them, so I better go super right now. So what are those top 5 YouTubers who have sworn? BRB, I'm going to get a snack before it gets late. Yeah, I actually might get a snack too. I'm kind of hungry. Yeah. Hey dude, I'm back. Sorry if you seem lonely. Okay, steamed hams are nowhere in California. Now piece all the uppercase left letters together and it spells something. I know you missed an A. Okay, just put the A. Just do it again. Oh, A and an N. Okay, I'm sorry for seeming lonely. I was sitting there making a sandwich. You meant to say Sonic? Lol. Okay. Yeah, I'm making a sandwich. I got pretty hungry. I wanted something to keep me fueled for the rest of the stream. Now, did the other dude come back? Okay, you said K, I'm back. I'm like 20 years from now. In like 20 years from now, the PS4 will be out to PlayStation 1. Yeah. You said I'm lonely now, and then I came back. Okay, good. So what'd you go get for a snack?
And now we're back. Go through this way.
Okay, are you back?
Yep.
Were you entertaining the chat?
Gotcha.
Okay. He says I've been sitting here for a while now. Oh, sorry, dude. I have to go back somewhere again. I've been busy for the past like 10 minutes. So sorry. I've been playing since we hit and run recently. Yeah, it's not hard in like the first level, like the demo level, but later on it gets. I'm pretty sure it gets way harder from what I've heard. All right, let's keep going.
Okay, so
So what you gonna do?
let's see. I had to go eat.
That's what I did. Are you streaming as well?
Yeah. You said what?
Are you streaming as well?
Mm-mm.
Hmm.
Not today anyway. Let's see. Okay, so where am I at? Oh, okay. The fourth door in Titanic Monarch.
I wonder why streams are more popular than videos.
I think it's because it's more like streams are more interactive. So in the stream, the viewers can like interact more and they feel more a part of what's going on at that time. So when they go back and watch it, they can like look at their comments and things like that.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. I did hear someone else say that.
That's why a lot of YouTubers like nowadays are starting to like stream a lot more. Okay, wait. Oh, I'm not gonna be able to get Supersonic for the boss. Am I? Oh wait, yep, yes I am. One more door. Sure hope I don't lose all my rings.
That's gonna happen anyway.
Yep. Okay, you jinxed it.
You might as well just die and restart.
Okay, let's see. Wait, no, alright, that wasn't supposed to happen. Okay, so I got 22 rings. I only need a few more in order to reach Sopasanic status.
Sopasanic.
Sopasanic. We go
Sopas-
Sopasanic here.
Yeah, Sopasanic. Alright, are you back, Leland?
Okay.
I'm finally ready to play if you are. Sorry, I was talking to someone. What happened? Nothing. The other dude came back and I just went to go eat real quick because I don't like to eat in my room so I don't get it dirty. I'm sorry I left you. I just got a sandwich real quick to hold me off until dinner time because you know reasons. All right, let's.
Not wanting to starve being one of those.
Yeah, not wanting to starve.
Okay, let me see. I can go down this way, right? And
You're the same way, yeah. My Crash Bandicoot stream got 62 views. Randy Vincent is now online. Uh-oh. That means that he's finna play Fortnite, and that means that I gotta prove that I'm better. What is up, YouTube? I'm Ridiculous Ramar, and this video is something way more special than the other videos. Today I reached 100 subscribers on stream. So basically, it was this guy. Alright, you ready to play the game, or you want to ask me some questions first? Because I'm ready.
what game?
Sonic Mania. I'm just in my comment section waiting, make sure that people are ready. If they're not ready, I wait a little bit. If they are, then let's go. I remember I went through this phase where I liked Mario more than Sonic, and as soon as Sonic Mania and Sonic Forces came out, that instantly changed.
I hadn't really played much or like heard much of like Sonic or even looked into it until I got wind of the 25th anniversary party, and then I went and I got to play Mania, and then like I knew I had to wait on this and get it release day.
Yeah. Cause like I'm pretty sure after you played Sonic, like the old school Sonic games, you haven't played it until like Mania came out, which is for a lot of fans I've heard.
I mean, I played them like throughout, like every once in a while I play them, especially Sonic 2. I played that a lot, but not really like Sonic 1 and CD until Mania came out, and I decided to play them all for the sake of like leading up into Mania.
Yeah, it said Mania takes place directly after Sonic 3. Like, as soon as they're flying away from Angel Island, they have to come back, like, during, like, mid-flight in order to see what was happening. But what I don't get is how the story happens, like, that fast. Because according to, the other stories that Knuckles Chaotix takes place right after Sonic 3. Like, I don't understand, so, like, which comes first? Knuckles Chaotix or Sonic Mania? Because, like, they both can't take place right after Sonic 3.
Probably Mania comes after because Sonic isn't in Knuckles Chaotix to stop like the threat of Robotnik, and it's just Knuckles and like the Chaotix, so
Yeah.
probably Chaotix comes next.
Do you count Knuckles Chaotix as an actual classic game, or do you count it as like a spin-off game?
I mean, it counts as a. I mean, if it's in the continuity, it's a classic. I mean, it's a classic Sonic game regardless because of the fact that it came out during like the classic era.
Do you count Sonic
And it has like
Spinball?
the same formula. Sonic Spinball is a spin-off, no matter how you look at it.
I remember I went through this phase where I was addicted to Sonic Spinball. It was actually pretty weird from the eyes of others, I'm pretty sure, because being obsessed with a Sonic Spinball game, I mean, I was in class literally daydreaming about that game for some reason. I don't know why. It was that, and Sonic 4. I also like thought like, what if there, you know, the game Sonic Rush? I just found a glitch. You know that game Sonic Rush?
Yep.
I was thinking about like, what if in Sonic 4 graphics they like made Sonic Rush? Like, that's another thing that was on my mind for like months. I was just daydreaming in class. Like, what if Blaze was in Sonic 4 and they actually had new levels and all that? Like, that's something that they need to consider doing. You know, like remaking the DS saga and all that. Like, I don't know why Sega like makes all these good games and just leaves them behind to rot like forever. Like Iizuka literally admitted that he's not gonna make SA3 unless there's something in the future that comes up to where he has to have that. Someone says I count as spinoff or Spinball and Chaotix.
I mean, I can see why you consider Knuckles Chaotix a spin-off, but at the same time, it has the same like kind of formula that the classic Sonic games do. So I can't consider it a spin-off like I would Sonic Spinball or Sonic Drift.
I say Sonic 3D Blast is probably a main, like, one of those, but I don't count it as a 2D Sonic game though, because it's not like, even though it plays the same, it's 3D, so I can't really say that.
I mean, it's a main series Sonic game for sure, but it's not a 2D. It's not even really a game I'd play on the Genesis, except like the Genesis has like the better soundtrack to me. But the Saturn version, you can actually get the Saturn controller with the control stick, which makes it easier to play because, like you said, it's a 3D game. So
Yeah, and the graphics are way better and everything, I hear.
plus it has like CD quality, and the
Yeah.
special stages are funner, even though the music isn't as good from the special
Yeah.
stages.
My question is, who thinks we're gonna get Mania 2 before 2020? I think probably not. Man,
Yeah, I don't think so either.
maybe
Unless
2020.
like Mania just it was well received, but unless like with the way it died out when Forces came out, unless like somehow it just gets re-brought to attention, like it gets super popular again, I don't see it happening.
Okay, someone says 100 sub special. What is it? I'm streaming viewer requested games. This game was requested by one of my subscribers. He was the guy that got me 100 subscribers. So I'm playing it now. Even though he's gone, a lot of people still enjoy this game. So I'm gonna keep streaming it until I complete it. Maybe I'm gonna complete it as Sonic. I'm at Knuckles right now. It's I'm gonna be completing it as Tails and Knuckles. I'm at Tails and Sonic some other time. And also to celebrate, I'm with my friend here. He's gonna be a great person to help out with the stream.
Yep.
I'm also gonna be playing
Co-commentator.
some. Yep, a sub commentator. I'm gonna also be what's the word for it? I'm also gonna be streaming BioShock 3 and Fortnite soon. I might do BioShock 3 next actually, since I actually play Fortnite every day. So like that was a bit different how I can play like. Well, may I make a request? Sure, you can make a request. I'm gonna have to accept the request after I'm done here. Yeah, what's the request? I can hear it now. So anyway, where were we? Anyway, I was saying, do you think that it would be too much to ask for them to add Espio, Charmy, and Vector to Sonic Mania? Like they were already in Knuckles Chaotix, like they already have like their own gameplay styles and everything. I don't think it would be a reason not to.
I mean, like I said, they'd have to incorporate a new level design set for those three if they were to go that route, and a new subplot for those three as well. Because just having them go through the same exact stages as Sonic, Tails, and Knuckles,
Yeah,
would
and
be,
yeah, what would you
it would
say?
be kind of, it would be kind of boring. So
Yeah, like tedious, like Sonic Heroes doing the same thing 4 times.
yeah, just with different objectives.
Yeah, I hope they add level packs, fan requested, and some new ones. And when they do that, they'll make character packs that characters can go to those levels exclusively, but they can also like go back to the old stages if you want. But they're made to go to like the new stages so it won't get repetitive. Like level packs that come with 3 characters each. So like
Yeah,
the
see,
first,
that's a good idea for like marketing purposes and like just all around making Mania a bit more enjoyable.
yeah, like for example, the first pack would be like the nostalgia pack, I guess. You could say you play as Bean, Bark, and Fang. And what you get from that pack is let's say you get 3 stages remade. Let's say the 3 stages I wanted. Casino Night, Spring Yard Zone, and Ice Cap, for example. That would be 3 levels, 3 characters, 2 acts each. And maybe Bark has his own level path, just like Knuckles does, but except since he's like the big character of the group, he gets his own level pack. Not pack, you know how they split up during Sonic Mania? That's what Bark can do there. Yeah, that would be like pretty unique. And for example, the new level pack, 3 actual new unique levels with Espio, Charmy, and Vector, and you can play as like all 3 of them, of course. And then you like Vector can split up in between like the levels, just like a Bark and Knuckles can. That seems really good, but it just seems too good to be true. But at the same time, this game seems too good to be true. So like with Mighty and Ray coming, I think pretty much anything can happen.
Especially since a lot of people, when this game was released, wasn't expecting it. At least I know I wasn't expecting another classic Sonic game.
Yeah.
So the announcement of it in of itself, the idea of it is pretty unexpected. Oh, look at that!
Okay, I got a comment. They say Mega Man 9 and 10. Yeah, I'm gonna have to do that sometime later though. I don't have the games right now, but I'm gonna purchase them very soon. I won't be able to purchase them currently because at the current moment I'm saving up my money to buy a Nintendo Switch and a capture card so I can screen record some of those viewer requested games like Mario Odyssey and stuff, since all the people want me to play that game, so I'm gonna have to wait for that. Now one of what's odd to me is how come the hard-boiled heavy king was only fightable as Knuckles, you know? Because I was wondering where he was until I played Knuckles Story, which I sadly learned was only a Knuckles Story exclusive thing. Now yeah, he gets his own boss and his own level for Act 1 at least, but I kinda wish that he like had his own little like, I mean that like everyone could fight the heavy boss. Like he was the king, why can only Knuckles fight him? But
I think it's because like how the story ties into what he was doing. He was going after the Master Emerald, and since Knuckles was the only one looking for access to the Master Emerald in that situation, it only makes sense that Knuckles to be able to would be the only one to find him and fight him in that situation.
yeah, because speaking of which, he was in Lava Reef where the Master Emerald was. He was probably trying to find the Master Emerald to see if it was okay. Now my only question is, what dimension is real and what dimension isn't? Because we all know that Phantom Ruby can actually go through time and space and all that. So like, what if this Lava Reef isn't even the real Lava Reef? Like, Knuckles probably knew that they were gonna go after the Master Emerald in this dimension, so he went to go stop them before they got their hands on anything. And of course, Sonic went to go stop the other heavies from doing what they were doing. Now my only question is, how come they didn't take the Super Emeralds or Master Emeralds from here? And is this like really their true dimension or anything? I don't know like much. But That cutscene was kind of funny, where he tried to take the master emerald and he didn't let him. That was kind of funny because he remembered
He
what
remembered
happened.
the yeah.
Yeah, like he actually didn't get fooled this time.
He made sure to be smart.
Now, I just missed like the old Knuckles where he was actually smart. I hope they actually bring him back because with Sonic Boom over the horizon, I don't think Knuckles will be smart anytime soon. Hopefully in the classic games they keep him smart, and hopefully in the modern games they make him smart as well. I got a new follower.
Let's see. I'm trying to think. How do I get up there with the fire shield activated?
You're still on Titanic Monarch?
I went back. I finished the game, and I'm just in Green Hill trying to get my 99th life back.
Nice job.
Oh, okay, Tails.
You only lost one life? Yeah, nice.
I have all like my save files with 99 just because I got bored and decided to. Oh, okay, Tails. Thanks.
So did you beat a Supersonic?
Mhm.
What game do you think would be perfect for Switch? You mean like a new game to come out or a game that's already on there? I'd say as a new game, I don't know. Well, let me actually think about this for a minute. Probably either Ratchet and Clank, any one of the games, probably Ratchet and Clank the movie game, or Sonic Generations or Unleashed, you know, more Sonic games, or Ratchet and Clank, the movie game. One of those. But how come all movie games are good besides the second SpongeBob movie game? That game was just awful. The second one, Activision sucks, man.
It was the second movie game?
Yeah, it was based off the new one, but it was just a rip off of the other game they made back then called Plankton's Robotic Revenge. Now that game was actually good for what it was because it was unique. But for them to make the second movie game copy another game like that, like if anything, you should copy the first movie game. You don't just copy a random game that you made to like just make money. Like, yeah, I watched gameplay. That game looks awful. I was literally thinking, so you gotta run over here to have fun for a few seconds, and people think I'm joking. People find it funny, but I'm dead serious. Like they should not have screwed that up. It was so easy. All you have to do is just use like I wouldn't even care if they use the same engine and graphics. Like I wouldn't even mind the same graphics. You just don't.
You gotta go turn on that tank. I did.
Okay, I was trying to focus for a second.
Okay, let me head out. Let me exit this.
SpongeBob the movie game is the only SpongeBob game I have. That's pretty much the only game you need besides SpongeBob Battle for Bikini Bottom. Those two games are the best. And unless you mean the second movie game, it's called I think it's called SpongeBob SquarePants Hero Sponge. I don't even know why they call it that. They could have just called it Sponge Out of Water, like the actual movie was. But whatever.
What system?
It was for Xbox 360, PS3, and 3DS, I think. And if it was for 3DS, that version sucked worse than a little kid sucking on a lollipop.
That is a strange analogy.
Yes, it actually very is. I just ran out of things to say, and I just came up with anything, and I kind of wish I didn't.
That can be taken out of context in so many ways, but I won't mention.
Yeah, that's why I
Not
had
a
to change
single one of them.
Yeah, I was finna say something else very bad. Since I'm kid friendly, I had to change it up a bit. I think you know what I was gonna say at first. I was so close to getting so angry about that game, I almost broke my code of conduct to be kid friendly and almost turned into a demon. Cause I was finna just start making a rant just right now. I might actually do a rant video on that game.
I don't plan on getting that game. I mean, the only reason I even had Battle for Bikini Bottom and the SpongeBob the movie game for the GameCube and PS2 was because like I was like 8 and GameStop had them for like $9 with the not the bargain bin, but there was something I had because I remember I got Sonic Adventure 2 for like 5 with this little deal that they had. I can't remember what it was though, but yeah, I just remember getting it because I thought it was cool. So it ended up being one of my favorite things to play, like in my like spare time when I wasn't like trying to beat like SA2 or Sonic Heroes or something like that.
I remember
So,
always, I mean, that me and my brother would always like freak out and enter cheat codes and just have so much fun with that. Okay, we got a comment here. It says, oh, I have the first one for PS2, but I do have 3DS SpongeBob game. I don't remember what it's called, but I think it's Plankton's Revenge. Oh, Plankton's Robotic Revenge. I played that on Xbox 360. That game is awesome. It could have been better. It's pretty disappointing because you know I love SpongeBob games, but it was pretty good for what it was. The 3DS version was also pretty good. It was worse than the Xbox version, but I'd say it's worth it if you're desperate for a SpongeBob game. Otherwise, just save your money on something else.
the last SpongeBob game I actually owned was a Game Boy game. I can't remember what that game was called though.
SpongeBob, Lights, Camera, Action.
No, it was something different.
Was it called Super Sponge?
Yeah, Super Sponge. There it is. Yep.
I beat that game I beat that game before. It was like, I don't know, I used to like, love that game. I remember I beat it and I was so happy about it, but the game is crap now that I look back at it. I mean, sure you can say for the time it was made, it was pretty good, but I mean, it was kind of crap. Now, I still play it because yes, it is fun, but the graphics are bad, the enemy placement is bad, the controls are kind of bad. But it's still playable, which is why I still play it. Because, you know, it's not all bad. It's just, like, not as good as I remembered it. Because I remember I actually beat that game. I did beat SpongeBob SquarePants movie on GBA. That game is just as good as the one on 3DS. I mean, GameCube. Now, that game was awesome.
Yeah, see, so I didn't know that there was a GBA version of that game until, like, a couple years back when I was, like, on, I can't remember what website it was, but there was some, like, site that I was on. And I remember like scrolling through and seeing the ROM for that, and I'm like, there's a SpongeBob movie game. There's a SpongeBob the movie game for the Game Boy. Oh, okay. I just kind of scrolled past it though because I wasn't interested. I was looking for a specific game at that moment.
Yeah, and there's also, okay, I got a comment here. What's your favorite game from the 2003 game era, like PS2, GameCube, and Xbox era? Mine is Simpsons Hit and Run. I actually know mine. It's either SpongeBob movie game, Sonic Heroes, or Sonic Adventure 2. I'm probably gonna have to go with SpongeBob movie game, I believe. I don't know. It's either Sonic Adventure 2 or SpongeBob movie game. Those are like a dead tie. I can't decide.
Mine was Super Mario Sunshine. I love Super Mario Sunshine.
Oh, I forgot about that game. That game is also really cool. Okay, I'll just give you a top 5 and make a whole list in the future, breaking it down into which one's my favorite. But since you're also VIP and you're the only one watching this stream, I guess I can just tell you. Oh yeah, by the way, you're a VIP now for watching for so long. I'll tell you more about it later, but my top 5 favorite GameCube games / PS2 games / Xbox games are the SpongeBob movie game, Sonic Heroes, Sonic Adventure 2, Shadow the Hedgehog, and Sonic, wait, let me see how much I counted. That's 1, 2, 3 Sonic games. You know, I have to do top 10, because I remember Billy Hatcher.
Oh, I do remember the Billy Hatcher series. I remember that now, yep.
Okay, so it's...
I never really played it too much, though.
Yeah. I never get to play it that much either, because like, if you have Mario Sunshine on the same system, I'm pretty sure you're probably gonna pick Mario Sunshine. Knights was pretty good, but it's not one of my favorites. Okay, here's my top 10 favorite games then. Sorry, I keep growing the list, but I mean, I have to admit right now, that era was my favorite era of video games ever. It had all of my favorite video games in it. The graphics were more appealing than these days. And sure, you can say Uncharted 4 and all that has all the best realistic graphics, but that's just the point. I liked how cartoony those games were. I didn't like how realistic games were. I liked how cartoony they were, which is why the SpongeBob movie game always stuck to me. I like those graphics, you know? I'd rather have those graphics than Uncharted 4 graphics. And yes, you can judge me for that,
Plus, I
guy.
like the how bright and colorful, like for the time, like especially games like Super Mario. So, oh man, I can go on and on and on about how much I love Super Mario Sunshine and how great it was to me. But from an objective standpoint, the colors in like the games back then, like especially like games for the GameCube, there were a lot of there were a lot of games that used a more bright color palette or a more contrasting color palette in order to make colors pop more in general. And I like that idea of contrasting
More,
colors,
as
which
much
is
as
something that
possible.
all artists learn.
Oh yeah,
All
sorry.
artists learn that that ideal, that way of coloring and shading and things like that, like at the beginning, you know. So
Mhm.
it's something that I'm surprised that most artists don't use. Like contrasting, like there are a lot of surprisingly there are a lot of people today who still use like very, how should I put it, um, dark and
Yeah, like
not
modern
not
day
as
games.
popping colors.
Yeah,
Yeah,
like
like
Black Ops and stuff.
there aren't as many like popping like contrasting colors. They're more so geared towards having
Or
that same I
bland
don't want to say
look, like for older
style.
audiences.
Not even that. I want to say more like the colors are, they don't mesh well. They, for creating a dark mood, they get the job done, but at the same time, even when you're creating a dark mood, it's okay to, you know, like have some like contrasting like colors, like even if it's not like a bright color like blue, you can still have contrasting colors in a dark environment, like say red and maybe a murky yellow. Like those two colors can contrast and make like the colors pop and make the game
Still look
moody,
like
but
dim.
yeah, instead of
Yeah.
having it like, now I understand that there's also like different ways of shading and things of that nature, and that's how like games nowadays do it with the, you know, like 4K games like Batman Arkham Asylum and things of that nature, where the games are supposed to be moody like that, and those games are fine the way they are.
Oh
But for
yeah.
games that like Horizon Zero Dawn, which I actually like, I actually applaud it for its more um, traditional way of like allowing itself to present itself, like with the contrasting colors. Even though the game has like some dark areas where the contrasting colors aren't as vibrant and aren't as apparent as they are in, you know, like games like 8-bit, but that's to be expected in like, you know, today's modern technology. But the fact that it's still there, it's still present, and the colors still have like a nice little pop to them. Each area is diverse and distinct instead of being one giant mesh of dark environments and just overall muddy and dark colors. I just like the idea that Horizon Zero Dawn is a very like diverse in terms of that kind of art direction.
Yeah, yeah. I've heard a lot about that game, but I never actually played it. I don't think I'm gonna either. I mean, I hear a lot about it, but it looks boring. I might rather want to play Breath of the Wild more. All right, I got a
I
comment.
actually really do.
Sorry, I
Oh,
got
okay,
a
read
comment
that.
here. Okay, it says my top 5 uh, 2003 era games are Simpsons Hit and Run, Sonic Heroes, Ghostbusters the game, Simpsons Road Rage, and Scooby-Doo First Frights. Now, if a little fun stuff. What?
Scooby-Doo First Frights. Oh, I have so many memories of that game.
I never
That is a
actually.
game I played so much until one day my brothers decided, hey, guess what? And snapped the disc in half. And
Why?
I don't. I think it's because I used to turn the game off on them. Like we did it to it, like, cause they did it on accident, but because like when I was little, I get so upset because I play games like Sonic Chaos and things like that on Jim's collection, and I forget to save. Back when we didn't have a memory card, I forget to quick save and stuff like that, and they'll turn it off, and I couldn't, like, you know, go back to where I was, and so I get upset. And then when they started playing the game, I turned it off on purpose. So.
I
I
remember I
may
used
have
to
had
do
that
that.
coming.
I remember I used to do that because they used to like you know, like pick on me and stuff, and I used to do that. I remember actually, I remember it was this Bratz game my sister had. It was so stupid, and since I really didn't like Bratz, and like she took off my game time, I remember I used to actually I just took out her disc one day and just like snapped it in half, and then everyone hated me for about a year. Why'd you break her game? She was just a little girl. Well, she shouldn't have been playing the GameCube knowing I'm trying to beat Sonic Adventure 2, okay? That was her fault for trying to do that. But even
One
if I
of the
was
like funniest things that we used to do was that back when I had lost our Wii memory card, what we would do is we'd play games like Sonic Adventure 2 and Sonic Heroes, and we'd like leave the system on all night and try to attempt to 100% it. And once we 100% it, then we'd all just come together and just play all the multiplayer features in those games, enjoying everything that it had to offer. So that was
yeah.
our Wii overheated a lot because of that though. So.
Hold on, he says Scooby-Doo First Fright is a game he's speedrunning at the second place world records. Let's give him a hand. Good job, dude.
Hey.
Yeah, but I never actually heard about that game, but a fun fact about it is that the files for the opening cutscene for that game were actually stored away in SpongeBob Battle for Bikini Bottom because they ran on the same engine and they even had like the same cutscene stored within the game files. I was like weird, but it was cool I guess because you can actually unlock and watch the opening cutscene for that game. And it looked pretty cool. Like, what's it like? Is it like fun? Is it like a fast-paced game? Is it like a dungeon crawler? How is it? Go ahead and just gush. You know, you can say all.
From what I remember of it, it was like kind of like a platformer in a sense, but it was more like it wasn't like super fast-paced. I can't like really remember too many details of it because, like I said, they snapped it in half, and I hadn't played that game since I was like 6. What I do remember is, in particular, I know that for most of the game you played as Scooby. I think you played as Scooby for most of that game, if not all of it, and it was just a nice little fun like little platformer game that I used to like enjoy like a lot when I was like little. I'm pretty sure we are talking about the same game.
Yeah. When you're on Titanic Monarch and then get a game over on no save.
That's tough.
Yeah, to be honest, I thought after beating Titanic Monarch I would never want to play Sonic Mania again, but all I did was immediately go back to get Super Sonic, like immediately.
What I did, like, I don't know why I had this this need to do it, but when I got Sonic Mania, I beat it the first time, and then as soon as I got all the Chaos Emeralds, I looked at the trophies, and I thought to myself, I need to get all of the trophies before school before school starts up for the year, because it's the game came out in August, like right before the summer ended. So I was like, in my head, I was like, all right, I'm gonna beat this game. I'm gonna get all the trophies. I'm gonna max out all the lives and all the character slots before school starts back. And I only had like a week to do it. No, I have 2 save files with only like the one I'm on now, the Knuckles account, like the Knuckles save file, has only 84 lives, and the Tails one that I have yet to touch since only has like 38. So.
Well, that seems cool. Anyway, like I was saying, my top 10 PS2 2003 era games are Sonic Adventure 2, no, Sonic Adventure DX, Sonic Adventure 2, Sonic Heroes, Shadow the Hedgehog, and going on the non-Sega games here, we have SpongeBob movie game, we have Mario Sunshine, we have Luigi's Mansion. No, that game wasn't really that fun. I didn't get that far. Mario Sunshine, Paper Mario 1000 Year Door.
Ooh.
What was the other game I just said a minute ago? SpongeBob movie game, SpongeBob SquarePants Battle for Bikini Bottom, Sonic Riders, and Sonic Riders Zero no. It's either Sonic Riders or Sonic Riders Zero Gravity. I have such good memories with those. I remember I beat Zero.
I take Riders. I take Riders over Zero Gravity.
I'm probably gonna have to go Zero Gravity. and Luigi's Mansion is my last two. No, Zero Gravity and Zero Gravity and Billy Hatcher for my last two favorites. So those are my top 10. Sonic, just in case you didn't hear, Sonic Adventure 1, Sonic Adventure 2, Sonic Adventure 3, which is like Heroes basically. Sonic Riders, Zero Gravity, Billy Hatcher, and then Mario Sunshine, Paper Mario, Thousand Year Door, SpongeBob SquarePants movie game, SpongeBob SquarePants Battle for Bikini Bottom, and what was that last game I just named?
Billy Hatcher?
I already named that. You know what? Sonic Mega Collection. I forgot about that game.
I was gonna put that on my list as well.
Yeah, well, I
when
take
I
out whatever.
about it.
I take out whatever I forgot, because clearly I forgot about it for it to not be that good. So. Yeah, but Mega Collection, I swear I remember unlocking a comic and it had Sonic getting eaten by a T-Rex on it. People say that that's not a real thing, but I know it is. The memory cannot be that vivid for it to not be real. Sonic was getting eaten by a T-Rex on one of the unlockable comics, and I know it.
Did you have Mega Collection Plus for like the PS2 and original Xbox, or Mega Collection for the GameCube?
I had Mega Collection Plus for the PS2 or GameCube. I forgot which one it was.
It's for the PS2. The one for the GameCube is just Mega Collection. I had both at one point. Well, Mega Collection for the GameCube was my cousin's, but I had Mega Collection Plus for my PS2. So
I have Mega Collection Plus. Okay, we got a comment here. Sorry, it's late. It says it's a platformer, beat 'em up. Play as all of them with different segments, episodes, and recently I heard there's a sequel and it's more slow. Huh.
Yeah, see, all I remember is playing as Scooby in that game. That's the only part I remember.
Apparently, the way he's describing it, it sounds like this game I played called Ghosts and Goblins on a game I got called Rare Replay. It sounds like Ghosts and Goblins a lot. So
wait, like the 8-bit Ghosts and Goblins?
No, the one on GameCube and Xbox. No, not GameCube. The one on Xbox.
I thought you meant like the one on the NES. I was like, oh boy, that game was hard.
Do you think? Okay, let's have a debate to to heat things up. What do you think is the real SA3? Sonic Unleashed, because they said that game was originally going to be named SA3. Sonic Heroes, since they said it was Sonic Adventure 3, but they couldn't name it that because it would be unappealing to people who would just think it's the same game even though it's different. Or Sonic 06, since it actually plays like an adventure game. Which one do you think it is?
I say it's Sonic 06. If you know who the Great Clement is, he actually made that point in his review of Sonic 06. That Sonic 06 is basically Sonic Adventure 3, and I mean, I can totally see why. It's definitely just Sonic Adventure 3. Like, I mean, there's no other way to put it. Like, Sonic SA2 is Sonic Adventure 3 no matter how I look at it. I can't look at it any differently. Like, every time I see every time I see Sonic 06, I kind of think of SA3. Like, this game could have been SA3, but it just didn't turn out the way that it should have because, you know, Sega rushed it out and a great opportunity was missed.
Alright, do you want to do a debate of why I think that Sonic Heroes is probably better? We can have a debate about which one is better and let the viewer decide.
Yeah, sure.
Alright, so the reason I think that Sonic Heroes is probably the true SA3 is because it was the next main series Sonic game that came out in the story. Of course, after Shadow the Hedgehog, but that's a whole different story. It was the next like main series Sonic game that came out after SA2. And apparently on this thing called I think it was called not Game Explained.
Oh my gosh! Why was I not recording that?
Just click save video clip.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to do that, but that was the best combo I ever got in Mean Bean Machine.
You were playing Mean Bean Machine?
I was playing the Act 2 boss.
You should just like click save that or save video clip. Oh. Anyway, he says Sonic 06 to me as well as it has multiple characters set and worlds with humans, small world. You know what? You're right. It probably is more like it with this thing called what's it called? You know that little thing where they say hold on, I'm almost there. Did you know gaming? They did a Did you know of Sonic Heroes, and they said that Sega said that it was Sonic Adventure 3, but they like planned to name it that, but they changed the name so people so the fans would be like, oh, it's not the same game, and won't have the same gameplay styles, so they wouldn't expect a Sonic Adventure game and get a whole different type of game. So like they actually said it's Sonic Adventure 3, they just didn't name it that. But who knows? It's probably just a rumor, and no one's ever gonna truly know though. But the viewer says it's Sonic 06, so I guess you can say that.
I mean, cause like they said,
He says, "Oh yeah,
human-like
they
environments, the human-like environments and things like that. I mean, like just the feel of 06, and even just playing through Sonic's story. Because if I had to be 100% honest, that was the best part of that entire game. I actually could go back. I can admit this. I can go back and say that I actually did enjoy playing through Sonic's episode of 06. Like I actually didn't mind it like at all. It actually didn't bother me. Like I thought it was okay.
I could admit that I never actually beat anybody's story of that game, and I broke my game before I got a chance to. Now I don't know if it was a mistake or if it was on purpose, but I remember all my games got cracked in half. My SpongeBob movie game got cracked in half because my dad sat on it, and I said, "Dad, I think you're sitting on my game. It was right here." He said, "Oh no, it's not there." 3 hours later, he got up and it was just cracked in half, just sitting on the floor. I said, "Oh, okay then, sure, Dad, you can go ahead and do that to one of my favorite games ever." And then my Shadow the Hedgehog game got snapped in half because it's either I snapped it in half because I was mad, or it accidentally got snapped in half. But I do remember for a fact that this game called Spyro Into the Dragonfly, I think that was my other favorite game I had. It's a game called Spyro Into the Dragonfly. It's like a Spyro game, but it's like the best one. Basically, the game was like so hard and so glitchy, but I was too young to remember it having any glitches. But when I seen my brother play it just a few days ago, it was really glitchy. I'm guessing the game was so bad and so glitchy, I just took it out the system and snapped it in half. I snapped in half so many GameCube games, I can't even keep count. Like, and I love those games too. So like, is it like a love to hate relationship or something with those games? So like, I snapped in half all my favorite games, whether it be on accident or on purpose.
I never snapped any of mine in half. I was really bad at taking care of my games, so like, they all ended up like getting scratched. Like I remember SA2 was the worst out of them all. Like SA2, I constantly had to keep taking that game out and putting it back in just to play it like at all. Like I'd have to like, I'd be playing it and then they give me not the please remove the disc or whatever and re-enter it. Not that prompt, but it'd be like the game is like there's been an error or something like that. Please refer to the Nintendo GameCube booklet. Which at first I thought like, man, okay, well I guess I can't play. I gotta restart. I thought I had to do that at first until like when I was like 10, I believe, and I like decided to experiment because this was after we lost our GameCube memory card. So I was like, I don't want to have to restart and then like lose all my progress. So I like had to take the disc out. I wiped it with my shirt and then put it back in, and surprisingly it worked. And I was like, okay, so from now on I guess I can just continue to do that and it'll work just fine. So I've always been doing that, and okay, that's fine, alright. But I've always done that from that day onward.
And it actually does work sometimes, but usually my games are like destroyed. Like they get scratched up so hard, there's no coming back. I remember, I don't know if it was on purpose, I think it was on purpose because of how like organized it was. But I remember I found my Donkey Kong Jungle Beat. Oh, another great game. I'm gonna just do a top 20 then. I'm sorry, but I just can't keep naming GameCube games. That's like my favorite system of all time, pretty much. Anyway, my Donkey Kong I think it was Jungle Beat. You know, the one where you run around, you gotta shake the bongos. Yeah. Yep. Except we had the controller though. So it was a game called Donkey Kong Jungle Beat, and I was walking on the counter. Walking by, and then I looked on the counter, and I seen the game covered in serif on like a counter filled with syrup. It was like syrup induced, and like I'm wondering, like it's just, like that's not an accident. Someone had to have poured syrup on the side that the disc actually reads. You know, like the silver part of the disc. It was all over that part. It was like stuck to the counter. Like I couldn't even pick it up. Like someone had to have done that. Cause like the bottle was still open, sitting right next to the disc. So I know someone did that and made a quick getaway. But like I thought everybody liked that game. Like I don't know who would hate that game that much to do that. Now of course I have broken my fair share of games, but I mean Donkey Kong was a good game. Everyone liked that game. You know. I remember I used to be scared of the first boss in that game because he used to be so creepy to me back then. Now it's just like a meme to me.
I remember Super Monkey Ball. I used to like, there were a lot of games back then that I got so scared of that I had to like actually like run out of my room whenever certain things would happen. Like in Super Monkey Ball arcade mode, whenever I got a game over and had to go to the continue screen, I never pressed continue. I just ran out and like with the controller.
Why?
And either had to press continue from out there. I don't know. It was just like the all black screen. It only happened at night too. Like, it'd be like the all black screen, and I just couldn't do it. That's back then when I used to have like a really big fear of the dark though. Like one that I've gotten over since.
Yeah, I don't know why kids are actually. I don't think kids are scared of the dark. I think kids are scared of what might be in the dark. Cause
in the dark, yeah, that's the whole thing about it.
Yeah, like I'm not scared of what's in the dark anymore. Even though I watch scary movies more than I ever did. For some reason, it's like watching scary movies actually helped me overcome a fear of anything. The only fear I have is swimming because I can't swim, and going into an ocean knowing there's no way to come back is the scariest thing of all. Or I got 3 comments here. One says, my copy of First Frights is so scratched up it crashes more than anything. And then he says, I bought a new copy of Hyrule Warriors from GameStop when I got home. When I got home, opened the disc, it was snapped in half. Aww. I really hate that. You should actually go bring the money back and like sue them and stuff like that. Okay, it's another one. Okay, we got another comment coming in saying, now what's both of your top 5 NES Genesis games? I'll get to that in a second. Mine are Sonic 1, Sonic 2. So yeah, I think you see where this is going. But anyway, Sonic 1, Sonic 2, Sonic 3 and Knuckles, Sonic Spinball, and Sonic 3D. No. Actually, it's Sonic 1, Sonic 2, Sonic 3 and Knuckles, Rise Star. That game was awesome.
Ooh, oh, I gotta replay Rise Star now that I think about it.
I want
a PS4 remake of that now.
Yeah, like me too. Like I had he was a Sonic Ultra Russian transformed, but he was the referee. Like, come on. Like, just imagine him as a shooting star, as a car. Like, he just flying in his like shooting star position. He can fly, he can swim, and he was like it could have been so easy to make him a character, but he was a referee. Sega is like a total troll, man.
Oh man, I just instantly just a whole bunch of Rise Star memories flooded back to me. I remember back when I used to be big into like the racing community. I had met one of my friends on Xbox and we raced through Rise Star. That was the funnest 3 hours of Rise Star I've ever played.
Yeah. I remember the final boss. That used to be impossible because he was so slow, but yet the boss was like faster than Sonic. Like, you can't have a character walking and yet fight the final boss. But then I found out his pattern, so it was really easy. I don't want to spoil anything though. But it was just like I remember eventually I got the game back after years and years. And then I said, I don't feel like redoing this whole game though. So like I just typed in a cheat code, went to the final boss. I didn't count it as cheating since I got there before in my life. So I just counted it as me loading the game pretty much. And I actually beat the final boss. Apparently there's 2 different endings, one for US and one for Europe, I think they said. Which ending did you get?
I got the EU ending because I had Sonic Ultimate Genesis Collection.
Well, Knuckles just glitched out. He's like blood red now. But he's still super. What happened? Okay, anyway,
I remember
Um,
the music in Rise Stars. One thing I remember. I remember specifically the world clear thing. Like whenever you beat the boss for the world
yeah, like that
and
was
you
like the
leave.
best feeling. Like I would almost
Oh,
cry
I
tears of
still remember
joy.
that.
Yeah, I was almost cry tears of joy because of that.
Like I really just enjoy like Rise Star. See, now I have to go and write a review for Rise Star, as well as the other 3 reviews that I'm working on at the same time. Purely because that game deserves a review and some attention in this day and age, because people seem to have forgotten about that yellow star that made the Sega Genesis just a little bit better.
Yeah, like if I got a comment here, let me read that first. Mine are Mario, Mario Paint. Mario Paint? Are you serious? I actually heard that game
Smurfit?
was. I heard that game was bad. I never actually played it before. His are
It's
Mario.
pretty fun, like to make music in it.
His is Mario Paint, Rise Star, Sonic 1, Comic Zone. Oh yes, Comic Zone.
Ooh.
Dr. Robotnik's Mean Bean Machine. I know it's weird. No, that is not weird. That game, though, that list is like perfect right now. I'm gonna do 5 games each for one for NES, one for Sega Genesis. To limit down the possibilities, I'm just gonna name one game from each franchise. I don't want to do 3 Sonic games. That seems unfair. So Sonic 2 was my favorite Genesis Sonic game. Yes, well, no, Sonic 3 and Knuckles actually. I like Sonic 2 more on any other occasion, but Genesis version of Sonic 3 and Knuckles was like more comfortable to me to like play. So Sonic 3 and Knuckles for Genesis. If you like Sonic 2, since I like that game more like personally. Anyway, Sonic 3 and Knuckles, Rise Star, Opa Opa. What's that game with Opa Opa in it? Phantasy Star, I think it was.
I
Is
never
that?
got far in Fantasy Star, so it might be.
It's that game with the little red thing with wings and like the legs and stuff. It's like for like a shoot 'em up.
Are you talking about Decap Zone or Decap Attack?
No. That was a good game, but I mean like the one with the little spaceship with like angel wings and like if you go too close to the ground, he like grow feet. His name's Opa Opa. He's like the Sonic Racing games now. I think it was Phantasy Star or something.
I think it might be Fantasy Star.
Yeah. Man,
Or Fantasy Zone.
Yeah, Fantasy Zone. Fantasy Zone.
That's what it was called, yep. Because I know Fantasy Star was the RPG on the Genesis. Fantasy Zone was the like space shooter or whatever.
Yeah. Now, the one reason I know all Genesis games so well, and embarrassing enough as it is as a Sega fan, is because I bought Ultimate Genesis collections like 10 times. Like, I really felt guilty because one time my dad was like, here son, get a new game, and we went to GameStop, and then I got like All Stars Racing, and then he seen the look on my face. I was like sad, like about to cry because I knew I wanted Ultimate Genesis collection for like the 50th time, and he just went back in the store and got me the other one instead. And I really feel like bad knowing that like he wanted me to try something new, but yet I just went for the same game, and I really feel bad. That's why nowadays I try like different games. Like I was streaming Crash earlier, you know. I want to expand my horizons, and it makes people happy when I do that. So that's why I do it.
I had the Xbox 360 version, which I have so
Yeah,
many
I did
memories.
too.
Just because that's how I experienced the Genesis games after our Genesis. Something happened to it. I don't even know what happened to our family Genesis. I was never told. I just know that now we have this Genesis that I got a couple years back for Christmas, but I don't really like it because it's got wireless controllers that like you have to like point them at the console.
Yeah, I have that
way.
one too. Yeah. And you
Yeah,
need a battery.
It comes with games. Yeah, it comes with games, but like I'd rather just use cartridges. Like I actually like have like the Sonic 3 because they don't have like Sonic 3 and Knuckles, so I had to like actually go to the store and get the cartridges for both, so that way I could play Sonic 3 and Knuckles.
Yeah, and I was ticked off how they seriously didn't put, like, they had Sonic 1 and 2 on the one I had, but they didn't have 3, but they had Sonic and Knuckles. Like, no, you can't do that.
Yeah, that's the one I had too. Like it didn't have Sonic 3, and I was like, what? Why?
But I'm gonna just buy the new one for like $40 eventually, because it comes with Sonic 3D Blast, Sonic 3, Rise Star, Comic Zone. You know, it has all those good games, so I'm gonna just actually buy that one.
Mine came with Sonic 3D Blast already, but it just didn't come with Sonic 3, and I was upset about that.
I wish it actually had a circle path though. Like after playing the 360 version, it's really hard to go back. Once you go black, you
I
never
always
go back.
play. Go black, you never go back. Once I always play like I'm glad like I have a PS4 now because like playing classic Sonic games, like even 3D Blast with the D-pad just feels like more natural to me.
I don't know. I was never actually a D-pad person.
Stick.
Well, hold on. I never did this heavy boss before. I'm racing against the heavy rider right now in the final boss. I never did this before.
I've seen that like when I was watching Kobano 9456 play through that, but I never like actually got to experience that part because whenever I make it to the final boss, I always end up cheesing my way through it. One of these days, though, I'm gonna go through that boss and just like,
I'm actually gonna
wait through all the phases.
Yeah, like I'm actually just gonna wait out right now and see if King Heavy has a phase like right here.
No,
if I don't,
the Heavy King does not have a phase. It's only the Heavy Ninja, I said Heavy Ninja. I meant Heavy Shinobi, Heavy Magician, Heavy Rider.
Okay, you're right.
The
yeah.
other. I can't remember the fourth Hardboy Heavy. What's the other one?
Oh, the Magician. The Magician? Oh no, the cop. The cop.
Yeah, the cop one. Heavy Cop, or whatever his name was.
Heavy Gunner.
Yeah, Heavy Gunner, yep, that's his name.
Okay, I beat the game. I'm finna do the final. Wait, does Knuckles have the final super boss? Yeah, I hate how they can't go to the final zone. But whatever.
But if you're playing Knuckles to Knuckles, he gets his own neat little ending.
Yeah. I kinda wish it was like an actual... I like how Sonic drives them out of there. Like, that's so cool. I remember if you play...
Yeah, and then when you play as... If you play as Tails or Sonic, Knuckles will drive you out.
Yeah, like, I played the Sonic... I just beat the game again. It's kinda weird. It's kinda easy now. But anyway, in 3 hours with the long pauses, man. Anyway, if you play as Sonic and Tails, and you hop in the car with Knuckles... I thought it was just me, but the car actually slows down and like acts like it's gonna get burned, but it actually just like zooms away at the very last minute. Like that's what I've noticed. Like, with the other ones, he just like flies right out. Like, is it because like they're heavier or something? I don't know. My dad, like you. All right, well we beat the game just in time for 100 subs. I wonder how much we got now. Oh, he says here's a few. NES, Who Framed Roger Rabbit, Genesis, Comic Zone, SNES, Mario Paint, Wii, Sonic All-Stars, Wii U, Mario Kart 8, PS3, Sonic Generation. Yeah, pretty cool, pretty cool. I wonder if Tails and Knuckles actually like took care of Classic Sonic's world while he was in Sonic Forces. Cause when Sonic came back, a Flicky was immediately kidnapped. Like, are you serious, Tails, Knuckles? Like, you guys should be able to handle yourselves. My question is, like, what happened to the heavies? Like, what happened to them? Like, it didn't explain.
Oh, I just got that. Sonic Mania Adventures is after the events of Forces. That's why he teleports. Oh, I'm so glad you pointed that out.
Yeah, like he was waving goodbye, and when he told Tails goodbye, and that's why he came like that.
That's right. Okay, that's okay. That adds up. That makes sense.
Yeah, why were those 5 holes there? Or like what were those 5 holes doing there?
Gonna assume something that Robotnik had done. Probably picking up something.
It's 5 holes for the heavies. Like, did the heavies like crash land or something? They blew up with the ship. That is true. Thank you for answering that. Anyway, I did Sonic, Tails, and Knuckles story. Okay, phew. I finally did it, man. Knuckles story for a second time. I'm gonna have to do Tails and Sonic story sometime tomorrow. But right now, I want to do some. Do you have PlayStation Plus?
Yes, actually.
Do you want to see if we can play with each other? Like, even though I don't have that.
Yeah. Let me just. Okay, so. Let's see, if I do share play with you, can you stream it?
I actually have a second controller. If only I had someone to play with. Okay, Share play is home. I can't do it while I'm broadcasting. That's okay though. Want to just do a few time attack races?
Yeah, sure.
So while you're here, the one viewer, do you mind telling me what you want us to do so I can keep you entertained? I have Blue Spears, Mean Bean, and all that. Anyway, so what stage? What character? Look, if Mighty and Ray were here.
Probably gonna be small and squares.
All right, what stage? What stage we going?
Let's go to Hydrosity, Act 1. No, Act 2.
You know I suck at that act. That's why you're doing this to me. I don't know, but I prefer Mean Bean, Blue Spears, and Chemical Plant. Okay. After this match, we're wait, did you start yet?
Okay. Once you load up the stage, charge up the spin dash right in front of the thing, and then on the count of 3, we'll let it go.
Okay. One. Wait, are you ready?
Yep. 3,
One,
2, 1,
go.
go.
I did this before with somebody. It was pretty fun. Except we actually like did
okay.
we did like the
That's-
whole game, and I actually ended up winning by like just a few seconds. Cause while my credits were playing, someone's ending was playing. That's how I knew I won.
I like doing like races, like the races with full games, like with friends sometimes. I remember I did that with my friend on Sonic 2 once.
He says I will be cheering you on. Oh, thanks. You see, I got a fan.
Thanks.
You wanna know why? No, he's cheering me on. You see why he's only cheering me on? Because he knows that even though I hate this level, I'm still a brave person by doing it.
Okay, let's see. I accidentally took the bottom route, so you might be ahead of me.
I took the top route, but I keep getting hit by every projectile.
You gotta turn the speedrunning skills on.
How many time is how much time is your counter on?
106.
Mine's on 1010. Okay, I got a ring bubble. Didn't know if I actually needed it. Kinda wasted my time looking at my timer there.
Okay,
Spin dash. Wait, I need this. Alright, so after this, do you want me to just play like Chemical Plant on my own, or do you want us to race on Chemical Plant? In which act? The whole thing, or just
we
one?
can race Chemical Plant. We can race the whole thing. Doesn't matter. I love Chemical Plant anyway, so. Oh, I can't believe I messed it up.
This game was this level was actually not that bad in the original, and it's not bad here. It's just I hate the like, you know, water levels always suck, just like in real life. You know, swimming sucks. At least in my opinion.
I used to like not be able to swim, but I always like loved like going like hotels to swim in the pool, just to like, I don't know. I always just like being in the water. It was just fun to me.
Yeah, just that. I mean, I can't even move when I get there. I try and move my hands and arms, but I mean, and legs and stuff. But I mean, you just can't move. I just stay in the same place. You know, it's kind of hard to move when you're in the water. I don't know why. It's just impossible. For someone who likes
And
to.
let's go.
Yeah. But you got the goal?
Yep, I think that I beat my last record of 2 minutes 31 seconds.
Yeah, especially Labyrinth Zone. Yeah, I agree.
Yes.
Oh, how'd you
no,
get the goal? I'm still on
yes,
the.
I did.
Wait, you got the new?
Whoa.
You got a new record?
I got a higher record. My last record was 3 minutes.
Hey,
This one was 2
Keela.
minutes.
Press
No.
pause.
No.
Come on, give me the controller. I'm
No.
already on the move.
Hold on a second. No. Kiwa. Give my game.
Let me go get Vincent.
minute? A minute is the fastest. What happened? Okay, let me just. My phone? Okay, I thought it. It's about to die. It's about to be dead. Okay, let's try to be my old Green Hill time. That was bad. Okay. That was bad too. I don't know why. How did I, how did I miss that jump? I was good until I missed that jump. Jumps like an idiot. What? Why? Why am I so bad at speedrunning?
There is no trade.
Ridiculous Redmar stream will be ending. If you liked, leave a like. If you want to see more like this, subscribe to see it the moment it comes out. Comment to tell how you feel about this stream, and make sure to click that bell to be notified. We'll see you in the next one.
I hate you. It's on the couch. And hi. Why on the couch? I mean, I spoke to your ugly ass when you first walked in.
Redmar, you got 100 subscribers. Good job.
No, he don't. Those are all robots.